Welcome, everybody, to Joe Kinnan Field at Hawkins Stadium and the Shake Pit countdown to kickoff. We're going to hear from head coach Yusuf Shakir with Danny Carter and welcome you back after the short interview. Thank you.
Along with head coach Yusuf Shakir, this is Danny Carter. And last week, the Manatee Hurricanes victorious in the play-in game, as they now call it, due to the COVID situation this year. They win last week 51-14, advanced to the region quarterfinal this week, hosting Martin County, who is 7-1 on the season. Coach, first let's look back to last week against Lakewood Ranch. 38-0 at one point. I think for the most part, it was pretty much in hand most of the way through. But once again, special teams does something special.
Yes, definitely. We started the game off kickoff return. We had another big kickoff return. Probably should have broke that one too. And then we had a great punt return. So we really did some great things in the kicking game.
Yeah, when you look back at the football game and you see, you get up 38-0, I think it's a great opportunity to get some other guys in a football game. Kyrie Jones, another big game, 3 straight 100-yard games on the year right now.
Yes, he's really starting to hit his stride. That's the thing I tell people at the beginning. People like, man, he looks a little bit. Tell me, like he had a whole year off. Very few guys is gonna have a whole year off and just gonna come right back in and look great. He just had to get his feet wet early, and of course, when us all getting back healthy on offense, I think that really has helped him a lot with him being able to press and see the holes and then explode through them.
Jaden Corbett adds to his totals on the year with another touchdown catch as well. When you look overall defensively, I thought y'all played a pretty solid game.
Yes, we did. We had a little bit 2 or 3 busts, but other than that, we got to clean those up because those are all pre-snaps. So when we clean those up, I think I agree with you if we could clean those 3 up.
This week, Coach, we back home and continue on. We could be home for a couple of weeks in a row if we can continue to be on the winning side of things. We're going to come into a game taking on a team that's only allowing 9 points per game. But if you look at the record, their record is 7-1. It's a little bit deceiving. They're 21-45, their opponents on the year. 2 wins that they've had, or 2 losses on it that you look at in the group of them is Vero Beach, 40-3 loss. Well, probably the best team they've seen all year long. Yet the only other team over 500 they beat is Okeechobee.
Yes, you're very correct about those stats. But hey, if they believe, any team can come in on any Friday. But we're gonna do our best to make sure that it's not this Friday night.
What style of offense can we expect to see out of the Tigers, and how do you counter it defensively?
Well, they're a spread-based team. They have some very good wide receivers. They have a junior wide receiver, number 6, that's very talented. Every now and again they'll go into 2 backs, but for the most part, they want to get the ball on the edge to their skill guys. Then defensively, they're very aggressive up front. They try to bring always a guy from the second level, probably about every single play. So they hustle very hard. That's why they're only giving up 9 points a game. They just play very hard in the front 7. So we got to match that intensity, and we have to go beyond it for us to be successful.
On the defensive side, some of the film that I saw, the 4 guys up front, pretty good. But I think we can have a lot of success just running between the tackles.
I agree with you. I think we have to make sure that our line gets off the ball and beats their effort more than anything else. But I think once we get to second and third level, I think our running backs can do a lot of damage, especially with Jabari and Kyrie, and of course Roy, and that 3-headed monster that we have.
Special teams, the last thing we'll talk about before we go, and then talk about the players in general themselves and what you have coming, available this week. Special teams has been fairly good. It hasn't been outstanding, but enough to keep you in the football game.
Definitely, we have to make sure we clean up, and a lot of those things have been we've had some guys out. People on that one against South, that one or two guys South, he had to take 3 guys. The ref made 3 guys get off the field, and that was Venice. I'm sorry, one against Venice, we had 3 guys come off the field. Their pads weren't covering their knees, so he told them they had to come out. So we had to adjust and put some guys in there on the fly. Then, of course, against Southeast, we had a couple guys missing because of COVID stuff. So we had some guys, that was their first ever one. As you can see, since then, we've gotten better and better on every opportunity. So I think we've kind of corrected those issues moving forward, and we just got to continue to be consistent.
And lastly, the health of the ball club.
about as healthy as possible. About thinking about healthy we're gonna be. We don't have anybody that's gonna be out this game with any injuries, I think, or COVID. So I think it's about the first time all year.
Well, Coach, good luck tonight. Hopefully we're sitting here having this talk before next week.
Definitely, I hope so.
You just heard from head coach Yusuf Shakir. We'll take a timeout, and we'll be back with more of the Shake Pit Countdown to Kickoff. You're watching Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
Welcome, everyone, to Joe Canam Field at Hawkins Stadium. Tonight, the regional quarterfinal game between the Manatee Hurricanes and the Martin County Tigers. Joining me tonight will be Chad Choate up here in the booth and Kevin Van Ostenbridge down on the field. Listen, we're looking at two football teams very similar in terms of records, 7-1 apiece, coming in tonight's game. But I think when you look at it as an overall, Chad, you look at the teams that have played. I mean, obviously, when you want to get down to brass taxes, Martin County giving up 26 points a game, or scoring 26 a game, not giving up 9 a game, but the opponent's 21-45.
Yeah.
Manatee has 5 teams that are in the playoffs right now. I know it's open to everybody, but Lakewood Ranch is the only one out of that group I would chalk out.
Yeah, it may not have made it
correct
in its own right.
And then you look at what's going on. Hey, the only team they played, 2 teams that they've played, Martin County, who I'm talking about, with 6-2 record, 5-4 record. Vero beat them 40-3.
Yeah, and watching film this week, the real thing that came out to me was, a lot of opponents that they were definitely superior to. There's no question. And so you want to look at who are they playing that is really showing equal to what we bring talent-wise, size-wise. And to me, it was Vero Beach. Vero Beach is an 8A school, very similar to us. We played Vero Beach many, many times in the past 10 years, having to play them in the second, third rounds, things like that. So I watched the Vero Beach film more than anything and really got an idea of what they did against Vero Beach and what they try to do against Vero Beach. And listen, they've got some guys on the perimeter that can make some things happen. Marion Brown is number 6 for them. Their wide receiver is a legit top Power 5 wide receiver. There's no question. He's 6'3", 175, 108 pounds, and he makes things happen when he gets the ball in his hands. So we got to be ready for that. But I do think, to be honest with you, their level of competition is not to what we've seen. And I'll give you a great example. Southeast and Braden River handily beat
South Fork,
the same guys they beat.
Sebastian River.
Yeah.
And we'll run through their schedule here, the Tigers. Let's quickly go through it. They played Central, Fort Pierce Central, a team that Manatee over the years have played multiple times in the playoffs. Fort Pierce Central 2-6 on the season.
Very different Fort Pierce Central.
Exactly. And they beat them 40-7. Sebastian River 1-9. They beat them 37-0.
Who Southeast beat handily 40-something nothing.
Vero Beach 6-2. They lose to them 40-3. Then you got Jensen Beach 3-5. They beat them 27-6. South Fork 1-6. They beat them 41-14.
South Fork lost to Braden River by 2 or 3 touchdowns last week.
Okeechobee 5-4. They beat them 27-0. Port St. Lucie 1-7. They only beat them 20-0. Centennial 2-6. They beat them 17-6. Then they were off last week, and now they come here. Here's the big question mark. I mean, when you look at things, we're used to being in the playoff situation. Fort Pierce. It's going to be Martin County. They come in here first time in the playoffs since 2016. It's 4 years.
Sure.
First time you get on a bus and you make a 3.5-hour drive. There's a lot of things that take place during these trips across. You're not used to it.
No question. And I talked about that with Coach Shakir earlier in the week with the podcast. I said, look, you got a team traveling 2.5, 3 hours, 3.5, depending on traffic, and they really haven't in the as far as their season goes, because of COVID and the different scheduling. You're really tight knit games, and we haven't either. We haven't traveled. We haven't traveled anywhere outside of our hour either. So what does that do to a team where the first time you're traveling, it's playoff time and it's do or die, and on top of that, you didn't play last week. So you always come out a little bit slower. Not playing the week before, but it'll be interesting to see how do they take the travel here, the 2.5, 3 hour travel, because that makes a big difference.
I agree. We're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, we're going to talk more about the Manatee football team itself and what we expect to see out of them tonight, as well as we'll touch on some other games in the local area. You're watching Manatee football on the 2020 FHSAA Region Quarterfinal on ManateeFootball.com. Thanks in part to Conley Buick GMC.
It's one thing to be the first hospital in our community.
It's another to still be leading the way more than 60 years later.
As someone who has seen Manatee Memorial evolve over the years, I'm proud of the strides they have taken to stay at the forefront of technology.
Manatee Memorial has always been there for Manatee County. It allows our community to live better.
I was born at Manatee Memorial, so it's no exaggeration to say they've been there for me since the beginning.
You can't really think of our community without thinking of Manatee Memorial.
There's a certain tradition of quality that's always been a part of the hospital.
To me, it's a sense of community pride, a place where little and big miracles happen every day.
Our community would not be what it is today without Manatee Memorial.
They've shown over generations of care that they are great community partners.
I've always felt confident in the team at Manatee Memorial because of the longevity of many staff members and the obvious concern for the needs of their patients.
They really care about our community, and they've proven it year after year.
That's why Manatee Memorial is my hospital.
My hospital.
My hospital.
Manatee Memorial Hospital, serving our community for over 60 years.
Welcome to Progressive Cabinetry.
We design and coordinate your project from beginning to end.
We meet with every client personally.
At Progressive Cabinetry, we'll be with you every step of the way. Let's make it happen.
Welcome, everybody, back to the Shake Pit Countdown to Kickoff, the region quarterfinal game between the Manatee Hurricanes and the Martin County Tigers. Let's talk a little bit, Chad, about the Manatee Hurricanes and what we've seen, a few things that have progressed over this season. I think the most impressive thing to me is our running is increased more and more. We've gotten more and more on the ground as far as average per game. Kyrie Jones, 3 straight 100-yard-plus games. He's averaging 3.9 yards per carry. I know we've heard some people complain about, we run the ball too much, but averaging 4 yards a carry is hard to argue with.
Well, yeah, no, absolutely. And I'm glad you brought the stat up of 3 games in a row here with 100 yards. And you go back to those 3 games, that's when we really had the offensive line finally come together from injury and some things like that, where we really got our 5 guys that have been solidified for the past 3 to 4 games as offensive line, and there's a reason why we've run for 100 yards. And I think sometimes as fans we can watch a game and say, "Gosh, we're only running for 4 yards. Where are the big plays?" Because that's the thing that excites us and gets everybody going. In whether you're watching on live stream or in the stands, the big plays get you going and get you excited. but I'll take 4 yards of carry every day of the week.
Absolutely. I mean, when you look at it early on, this thing was very weighted one side or the other. So let's just take we're going to take a balancing act here, right? So we can look in one side or the other. The pass, we were pass heavy as far as yardage.
Absolutely.
Yes, 100% on the yardage. 188 yards now we're averaging. Offensively on the defensive side, or the rushing side, 143. So we've closed that gap. At one point, we were 90 yards or less during the early part of the season.
To Sarasota, where I thought the Sarasota at that game, I think Coach Green really said, you know what, the running game wasn't working. Let's see where the passing game goes. And I want to say, just if my memory is correct, Jason went for like 275, almost 300 yards passing, which in high school, listen, that's really unheard of. I know everyone watches college and pros, but in high school, for someone to go 300 yards passing or close to it is really unheard of. So I think after Sarasota is really when we got everybody back, everybody gelling together, especially on the offensive line, and really being able to run the ball. And look, you got to be able to run the ball to be successful. There's no questions about it. And Kyrie has had 3 100-yard games. But listen, we have another guy in the stable, with Jabari Dunbar, who's been hurt with the broken hand, things like that. That even last week ran for I think around 40 and a touchdown. They could very easily be another 50 to 100-yard guy.
Absolutely. I agree with you. Manatee Hurricanes are coming out of the locker room. They're getting into the west end zone, getting ready for tonight's kickoff. We're about 5 minutes away. We're going to take our final timeout. We'll come back with tonight's kickoff, and we'll figure out who's won this coin toss right now. You're watching the 2020 FHSAA Football Region Quarterfinal on ManateeFootball.com, thanks in part to Conley Buick GMC.
This is what I love, clean trucks and clean cars. That's what it's all about. Hi, I'm Zach Callis. I'm the owner of American Car Care Center, the friendliest car wash in Bradenton, Florida. We take pride at what we do here at American Car Care Center. Our employees treat your car like they would treat their own. They're here to make you happy, and our motto is, if you're not happy, tell us. If you're happy, tell a friend.
One of 3 opportunities to speak tonight. No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe 2.
Welcome back to Joe Canaan Field at Hawkins Stadium. We're just moments away from tonight's kickoff between the Manatee Hurricanes and the Martin County Tigers. Kevin, you were down on the field. We had a coin toss just moments ago.
Yeah, Tigers called tails. It was heads. We won the toss. We deferred to the second half, and we've decided to defend the east end zone. So the Tigers will start off with the ball going west to east, heading towards the scoreboard.
Kevin, quickly, let's talk a little bit about. We've seen the Hurricanes the last couple of weeks. They've done some pretty good things. We lost it, 2 weeks ago to Southeast. I think may be a good thing, but you know how things go. Once you get to the playoffs, everything rewrite the script. It's all over.
Absolutely, everybody's 0-0 now. But hopefully, we did learn from the loss to Southeast. I mean, we need to gel. Actually, we're 1-0 now. I forget. But we need to continue working to gel as a team. Sometimes we have some individualism going on out there, and it takes time for that to happen. So hopefully tonight, that happens. Even in the win last week, we shades of brilliance at times because we have some guys, we have dudes, we have some studs out there. We just need to be a little more cohesive.
I agree with you 100%. Listen, let's get a couple things out of the way early on before we start this broadcast. The rights of the webcast of this region quarterfinal in the 2020 FHSAA Class 7A Football Championships have been granted to the ManateeFootball.com by the Florida High School Athletic Association and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our viewing audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the Florida High School Athletic Association is prohibited. That's one of many that we will.
Goodness gracious,
do
you'll be saying
for the
that
FHSAA.
all night long. Goodness.
Hey, I'm looking forward to a lot of high school action in the area. We have games going on everywhere. Southeast playing tonight against Bayside. Palmetto hosting at home tonight against Westwood, which used to be no school whatsoever there. Is Fort Pierce Central forever and ever. Westwood now has put themselves into the limelight.
Yeah.
And
we actually played Westwood my senior year, spring game. So my junior year, we played Westwood and throttled them, and they were the kind of newer school. And
and now they've got all the players. Everybody's left. To the best of my knowledge, and from what I understand, Fort Pierce Central has been under 4 different coaches in the last 6 years.
It's unfortunate because we had a lot of time, over there. Listen, we went over there, 2013, unfortunately, lost, but we had them in 12. I mean, we had consecutive years where Fort Pierce Central and also Vero Beach was a huge, almost rivalry for us for a little bit because, we played them every other year. So, it is what it is, kind of cyclical. So.
But, Kevin, listen, the excitement of tonight's game is win tonight, you're home again next week, and more than likely it's going to be St. Thomas Aquinas. We'll keep everybody,
St. Thomas is up 8-0, by the way. They started at 7 o'clock.
Already started.
Who is that again?
The King of America.
I think I've heard of them.
This little school down south.
Yeah, the IMG of Southeast Florida. All right, so we'll get ready to get things underway here at Joe Cananfield Hawkins Stadium. The regional quarterfinal game kicking off for the Hurricanes will be number 35, Chris Snyder, will do the kicking duties. The Basil's Chicken and Ribs kickoff. Well, he has the ball teed up. We'll wait for him to put his right foot into it and back deep. A couple different guys. They got numbers that are yellow and hard to read.
Yeah, I think Marion Brown is one of them here closest to us, number 6. And number 3, I think, is the farthest one for them.
I couldn't read them if you put me down there within 5
Denzel
feet of them right
Alexander
now. I'm just telling
and Marion Brown.
There's a little hold up here, guys, because the clock doesn't seem to be
went to
setting.
0.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, as we sit here with hold, hey, look, a lot of local games. Bayside Bears are at Southeast. Hey, Southeast hosting a playoff game for the first time in a long time. That's fantastic for them. Braden River is at Lake Gibson. Good luck to them. Fort Pierce Westwood, of course, as Jenny said earlier, is at the Palmetto Tigers. And Riverdale is at Venice. So a lot of local games going on here in the 941, which is fantastic. You love to see. You love to see as many of the 941 schools, Brandon Sarasota schools, as possible in the playoffs. And, it's really good to see, high competition and see how far everybody can go.
All right, I think we are now set. The clock is set. The scoreboard is ready to roll. Chris Snyder puts his right foot into it. He bangs it deep, and this will soar into the end zone for a touchback. So the Tigers will start 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Game just now underway, the region quarterfinal between Martin County and Manatee.
As always, good to see kickoff in the end zone. There's no question about that. I mean, you can't get much better than that. Make the offense go 80 yards, and good things usually happen for the defense.
Offensively for the Tigers, it'll be Jackson Scott, the quarterback. He's a junior, 6'3". He'll hand off up the middle. He's met immediately, and that's going to be Nathan Hyman, who's going to meet him at the line. Actually, yard behind, a loss of 1 on the play.
It's good to see Nathan back, and obviously he's ready to be back. Read it right, filled it right, and finished the tackle. So really nice to see Nathan Hyman back.
So it'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Tigers, opening possession of the game. This time they'll go empty backfield, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Jackson Scott, the quarterback. We'll try and set that defense for you here shortly. Jackson Scott fires out in the flat. He'll be met immediately and taken out of bounds. He'll pick up 2 yards on the play, but defensively on the stop will be number 20, Daniel Dunbar.
Yeah, Jaden Pressey on the catch there, and just a little sit route and see if you catch it, make a guy miss, maybe big things happen. We've seen a lot with Corbett, our own Jaden Corbett, but great job by Dunbar there for to tackle him there for only a 2-yard gain.
Yep, 3rd down and 8. Cox takes the snap. He rolls right. He throws it out into the flat. It's going to be incomplete. He'll bring up a 4th down, a punting situation. And I'll tell you what, Chad, I can't say enough about the special teams of the Hurricanes. And I've watched a lot of film. There's a chance for a block coming up.
Oh, there's no question. I agree with you there on the film. And you know what? The only problem with, thinking you may have a block, sometimes you may have a roughing the kicker and things like that. But you know what? At the end of the day, special teams has been a big key for us, whether it be returning kickoffs or punts.
High-hanging punt that will hit the Tigers defender, and it will be out of bounds right at the midfield stripe. They're actually going to put the ball on the Tigers side of the field at the 49, and that'll give us a chance to set the Manatee offense. Manatee offensively up front. Offensive line going left to right, Cameron McLeod, Frankie Robinson, Quentin Rome, Derek Maurice, and Charles Armstrong. Jace Brzezowski will be the quarterback. He's 109 of 168, 1,516 yards, 65% completion on the year, 18 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. It'll be Kyrie Jones in the backfield with him offset. Kyrie takes the opening snap. He's across the 45, down to around the 43-yard line. Pickup of 6 on the play. Kyrie Jones comes into the game, 151 carries, 593 on the ground, 10 touchdowns. Leads the Hurricanes in touchdowns.
Yeah, no, he's our back. He's our guy. You know what I mean?
2nd down and 3. Hand off again to Kyrie. Straight up the middle. He's going to met at the line, and nothing going there. It'll be no yards on the carry. He'll set up a 3rd and 3.
Talking with Coach Shakir in the podcast earlier this week, one of his big things was, the defensive line, especially for Martin County, is they're a little bit smaller, but they're quick and they're strong and they go their alignment. And that's something we got to watch, as we move forward with the offensive line, how well we adapt to that.
Kane's going heavy off the left. Jace will throw it out in the flat. It's going to be short. It's going to skip it to Jaden Corbett. And I think this is kind of a go-for-it situation. You're at the –
I'm on the gas. I'm on it.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
Tigers 42. We got to get to their 39, and we're going to bring on the punting unit.
And that's okay too. But I'm on the gas. I'm a little more of on the edge. Let's go. Listen, if we can't get 3 yards, we're in trouble. So, but I do understand too. Let's pin it back inside the 10. Maybe we get even better field position moving forward.
Chris Snyder on to do the punting duties. He's averaging 40 yards per kick. We've got.
He moved. They moved
that's
first.
going to go the other side. That's going to be offside. That's an
be.
easy 1st down. The Canes offense will come back out.
Yeah, they moved first, and we only moved because they moved.
Yep, offsides against the Tigers, and Manatee will pick up the easy 1st down.
And that's probably what Coach Shakir had in mind all the time.
I agree. I didn't think it, but hey, works out good for me.
Who knows what he had in mind. But no, listen, I think a lot of times, especially in the playoffs, comes down to who makes the least mistakes, who has the least amount of turnovers, pretty much wins games.
And mistake one. Yeah, that's mistake number 1 right there for Martin County. So easy 1st down for the Canes. Moves the ball to the Tigers' 37-yard line. Kyrie Jones will be offset of Jace Brzezowski to the left. This time we'll hand off to Kyrie Jones. He's going to fight forward. He's going to pick up a couple of yards. Looks like 3 on the carry. He'll set up a 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, it looks like he may have some more room if he went wide there. But, again, easier for us to see up here than being down there. But Kyrie is definitely – he's our horse. He's who we're going to follow, especially with Jabari with his hand and that sort of thing. So let's get him going and then some play-action pass following it.
2nd down. They will fake the handoff interior. Now he's going to go deep. He looks for his man, incomplete. Nowhere close to the intended receiver, Chris Perry.
Yeah, I let him a little too much. I do think Perry was open, but just let him a little too much.
Yeah, he had the inside on the guy. The ball was thrown to a spot. Chris Perry wasn't there, so it'll bring up 3rd down and 7. Run a couple of different guys in offensively for the Canes. Elijah Stewart as a receiver comes in. This time Manatee throws the out to Kyrie Jones at the 30. Across the 25 to the 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Manatee. And the Canes go up 6-0, a 33-yard throw and catch from Jace Brzezowski to Kyrie Jones. And the Canes, with 8:47 to go first quarter, strike first.
Yeah, really nice play setup. And I'll give kudos to Kyrie Jones really letting Armstrong get out there and make the block and then be able to lead up from that. Sometimes, as a receiver, you get it and you're kind of like, oh, I got to go right away. And way to be patient by Kyrie Jones to let the offensive tackle get out there, block the one guy you needed to, and then take it to pay dirt.
Chris Snyder on to do the extra point. Jace puts it down. The kick is up. The kick is good, and that'll put the Canes up 7-0 with 8:47 to go. We'll take a timeout. You're watching Manatee Hurricane football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
At Carl Reynolds Law, we're doing our part to slow the spread of coronavirus through contact-free legal services. Our consultations, as always, are free, but they can be done via video using Zoom, Skype, or FaceTime. Also, all necessary legal documents can be signed using DocuSign in the comfort and safety of your own home. Remember, we're all in this together. Stay healthy and safe out there. Call us or visit us online at injuriesarepersonal.com. Carl Reynolds Law, when it comes to injuries, it's always personal.
We're back to bring the scoring recap.
Welcome back to Joe Kinnan Field at Hawkins Stadium with the scoring recap there. 6 plays for 49 yards for the Hurricanes. Ended up in a 33-yard pass play from Jace Brzezowski to Kyrie Jones for the touchdown. All your scoring recaps brought to you by Buccaneer Pawn, Sarasota Bradenton, buying or selling Buccaneer Pawn.
Chris Snyder on to kick off here. The Basil's Chicken and Ribs kickoff. That'll be another touchback, a little wind aided. And I don't know that you can ask for anything better. First opportunity with the football, you get the offsides, you convert, go on down, get a touchdown. And, Kevin, from a standpoint down there, you got to love 7 points early.
Absolutely. I was going to say earlier that there's a nice buzz on the sideline that we lacked last week. I think we lacked it in the Southeast game as well. The kids just seem a lot more fired up at the very beginning of the game than we did in a couple weeks past, so I have a good feeling this week.
Tigers start first down and 10 at their own 20. They'll bring a man in motion, try to run the jet sweep. The Hurricanes are all over it, and it's going to be stopped well short of the original line of scrimmage. It looks to be a loss of about 4 on the play. They'll put the ball back to the 16-yard line.
My goodness. Listen, what a good job there by Markel Jackson. We missed him last week from an injury, little ankle injury, and he's back. Got a little boo-boo there during Southeast, but great job there, seeing it, filling the alley, and making that play.
Jackson Scott, the quarterback for the Tigers, second down 14. He'll take it. He drops back, looking right, rolls out under pressure. He finally throws it away, and there's nobody even close. In Manatee again, that was Nathan Hyman with the pressure up the middle to force him out of the pocket.
Yeah, Nathan Hyman in the middle, but also Ty Neville's on the edge. You're bringing both guys there, really had pressure on the quarterback, making Scott kind of get out of the pocket, feel uncomfortable, and that's why he threw it early with no one there. And great job, defensively getting pressure on the quarterback.
Give me a second to spot this front four of this defense here. Samu Vave, Marcellus Ponder, Devon Stewart, and right now Ron Harley. Will have some of Zachary Meek as well in there with that group of 4. They'll rotate them in and out. Scott takes a snap, drops back. Now he's going to throw a little screen pass underneath. It's going to be caught, but well short of the first down. He's going to get it across the 20 out to the 23. And another punting situation for the Tigers.
Yeah, I mean, they're trying there, especially the boundary. A lot of times going to the boundary is good because, they went trips on the other side, so the majority of our defensive guys are on the other side going to trips. So we should be outmanned on the weak side, but our guys just got there athletically and made the play.
Jaden Corbett and Iron Jackson back deep for the Hurricanes. It's going to be a kick that's going to be returnable here. It'll be Iron Jackson will pick it up at the 44, and he's got nowhere to go. A couple of flags thrown in, and that's generally going to go against the return team. So We'll see where they mark it off. 7:16 to go first quarter. Manatee leads 7-0. But the officials,
I'm going to bet it's a block in the back.
oh, guaranteed all the time.
No question.
Anytime you got special teams on the field, and that's exactly what it is. Hey, listen, sportsmanship is having pride in your school, your team, and yourself. Sportsmanship is respect for the game and those who play it. The Florida High School Athletic Association reminds you to take on the responsibility of good sportsmanship. Play strong, play hard, play fair. The message provided by this station and the FHSAA. So that penalty will move the ball back to the Hurricane 35-yard lane where they will start this drive. Jace Brzezowski, it'll be Jabari Dunbar in the backfield with Jace on this one. They will go 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Jabari, he has shown some explosiveness.
Yeah, he has.
A little bit quicker hitting the hole sometimes. This time he gets inside. He's going to move it across the 35 to about the 37. He'll pick up 2. Jabari comes into the game, 31 carries, 226, 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, unfortunately with his injury that he had early on, and then also just recovering from an ACL as well, has really kind of hampered him a little bit, and a little bit of ankle a couple weeks ago. But I think, if we can get him healthy, him and Kyrie Jones would be a good 1-2 punch. There's no question.
2nd down and 8 for the Hurricanes, going left to right. He'll fake the handoff. He's rolling under pressure. Jace is going to be tripped up and fall, and a huge loss on the play. And a great defensive play by the Tigers. He shoestring tackle, takes Jace down with a 15-yard loss on the play. Move the ball back to the Manatee 22-yard line.
Yeah, that's not what you want on 2nd down, and just got shoelace tackled there by the defensive end as he's kind of doing that naked boot. And who knows what would have come, if he'd gotten away from it.
They brought pressure from the center.
So,
3rd down and extremely long. They get to the 45-yard line.
Get it to one of your athletes. Let's see what they can do in space.
Jace takes the snap, looks left. He's going to pump fake. Now he's going to throw underneath. It'll be E.J. Allen. He's going to try and sidestep. One, doesn't get a whole lot out of it. He picks up about 4 yards, and that'll be a punting situation for the Hurricanes.
Actually, you know what?
Safe play.
Yeah, just a little slip screen underneath, and not a bad guy to get it to. E.J. Allen is slippery, and he can scoot, and so not a bad person to get it to. Just unfortunate, got wrapped up there towards the beginning of the play.
Marion Brown will be back deep for the Tigers. He'll set up at his own 40-yard line. Chris Snyder stands at his own 12. Good snap. Gets the kick away under pressure. It's going to hit around the 35. And, man, if that guy doesn't pick it up, that ball's going to roll all the way to the goal line. Good job by the Tigers to field that ball after it took the quick skip. And the Tigers will start at their own 36-yard line. We're going to take a quick water break. We'll be back after our sponsors talk to you. Manatee Hurricane Football brought to you by Conley Buick GMC.
Before the warning flags are launched, before the winds of change arrive, you must plan and prepare for what lies ahead. Your business and personal finances call for a trusted team to help you achieve your goals with numbers you can count on. Serving this region since 1954, CS&L CPAs provides accounting, tax, audit, and consulting services. Our mission is to understand your unique needs and create exceptional solutions. CS&L CPAs is a proud supporter of Manatee High School. Visit us online to find out more.
5 minutes to go, first quarter. Manatee leads 7-0. The Tigers taking over after the Canes had to punt the football away. Martin County will start at their own 36-yard line, 1st and 10.
They're not even set.
Handoff to the right side. He's met immediately at the line of scrimmage again. Nathan Hyman with the initial contact. He'll get about a yard on the play. 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, it looked to me the wide receivers on both sides weren't even really set for the play. But hey, I'm not the guy down there with the flags.
2nd and 9. This time Tigers will go trips to the left. empty backfield. Jackson Scott takes a snap, throws it out in the flat. It's going to be a double pass is what they were looking for originally. There's a block in the back that's not thrown, and he'll step out of bounds around a 32. That's going to be another loss. Hey, great defense.
Yeah, you know, we looked like we didn't know how we were going to line up, and it really
that was a double pass set. You
agree.
could see it coming. They were trying to go across the field automatically, and I mean, we snuffed it out quickly. 3rd and 12 for the Tigers. They're going to have to get to their own 46-yard line for a first down here. Manatee trying to bring pressure. They're up inside, and it's going to be a sack. It's Ron Harley with a sack of Jackson Scott. He'll take him down at the 27-yard line, and that's the American Car Care defensive play. Hey, listen, you want to sack your car against the dirt and grime, go to American Car Care, Manatee Avenue West.
Yeah, they do a great job there, American Car Care, but what a great job by Harley beating them up front and finishing it. Sometimes you can be the guys up front and don't finish. Quarterback gets away and makes a big play, but great job by Harley.
Here we go. The ball's punted away high, hanging. There's going to be a fair catch called by Iron Jackson at the 36-yard line. So the Canes will take over with good field position here. First down and 10 at their own 36.
Yeah, let's see if we can get something going. Last series, obviously only 3 plays and a punt. Obviously, with the second down play there with the loss from the naked boot. Let's see if we can get something going here with offense and moving the sticks a little bit, especially with the run game. Run game is something I want to see going a little bit.
Canes will go 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. It'll be Jabari Dunbar in the backfield, offset to the left to Jace Brzezowski. On first down, they'll hand off to Dunbar, who finds little room. He's going to get it right back to the line of scrimmage at best, and it'll be a second down and 10. 3:25 to go first quarter. Canes lead 7-0.
Yeah, nothing really there, unfortunately. And I don't know, again, Coach Shakir talked about it. They're smaller, but they're quicker up front. They're tough. And that's something we're going to have to kind of combat a little bit, as we are definitely have size on them up front. But can we move as quickly as they move? And that's going to be the question we see up front.
Second down for the Hurricanes. 3 receivers left this time for Jace. He'll drop back. He's going to throw underneath Dunbar. He's going to be across the 45. Across midfield, he's contacted and picks up a couple more yards. 14-yard pickup all the way down to the Tigers' 45-yard line.
Yeah, nice little, get again to the weak side. Running back comes out from the outside there on the weak side. And we kind of jokingly around said it out off the air. That's a lot of Mullen. You see a lot of the Gators offense. Coach Green, of course, is a Gator alumni. He's watching Coach Mullen.
Yeah, just staying patient.
Yeah.
That's all you're doing. You're staying patient with everything you're doing. Just little dink dunk and a little throw and catch, and see what your athlete can do with it. This time they'll hand off to Dunbar across the 40 to 35. Runs over a guy. Ball's loose. Ball came loose. It's a fumble, and the Tigers will take it.
Ah, man, what a great, really great run there by Dunbar, and he just, hit somebody and
15-yard pickup before he finally coughs the ball up. And
very unfortunate.
The Tigers will take over at their own 21-yard line. 2:13 to go first quarter. Again, the Hurricanes lead 7-0. Now the defense come back and see if they can answer once again. They've played.
You do a quick sudden change, see if the defense is ready to roll, and hopefully we do some practice. I'm sure we do, to prepare our
Scott
defense.
will hand off the right side. We got a little running room this time for the Tigers. They got enough for a first down. They'll pick up 11. It'll be a 1st and 10. Flag thrown in the backfield, back at the 21. That's in the area of holding.
Typically.
And the Tigers are walking their way back, so I guarantee it's on its way back. Personal foul, chop block.
All right, take it.
Hey, it's not a hold, it's a chop block. Same thing, moving on back. move it back 10 yards. They'll set up a 1st and 20. Tigers have yet to get anything going offensively.
Yeah, no, really haven't gotten any kind of rhythm.
1st and 20 for the Tigers. They'll 2 backs in the backfield. Jackson Scott takes a snap, looks left. He's going to fire it out. It's kind of tossed up for grabs. It's going to find his receiver. He's at the 40, across the 45, and out to the 46. And Iron Jackson in coverage. That time he just lost sight of his offensive player who's defending. He just took off like it's going to be a streak pass. You got to understand, in high school football, the odds of him throwing it against this wind any further than about 30 yards is slim.
Yeah, no, and that's one of their top receivers, Marion Brown, and he's a 6'3", about 180 pounds. He's a big Power 5 type wide receiver. Everybody's kind of offering him around the state, and I think Iron just kind of got lost a little bit in the coverage.
Tigers 1st and 10, their own 45. They'll hand off this time, but he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage.
Brown, great job.
Yep, going to be DeAnthony Brown. DeAnthony Brown has just asserted himself defensively with his football team.
Yeah, no, there's no question. DeAnthony Brown has come a long way throughout the season, especially in pass rush, but also now just showing right there his skill in defending the run.
2nd down. This time Scott's going to fire deep. He's got a receiver, and it's going to be knocked down. No, and out of the hands of Iron Jackson. Receiver will find his way to the end zone. 55-yard scoring strike that I thought was going to be intercepted.
Oh, it should have been. There's no question. Iron's going to kick himself for that one. It went in and out of Iron's hand, both of his hands, popped in and out of his hands into Amarian Brown's hands, and then Markel's trying to strip and get there and not let him go for a score, but unfortunately he rolls right in.
It'll cut the lead to 7-6. 59 seconds to go here in the 1st quarter.
Welcome everybody back to Joe Canaan Field, Hawkins Stadium. 59 seconds left in the 1st quarter. 7-7 Manatee, Martin County. Martin County kicking off. Tried a little squib kick there, and looked like they were offsides. So I'm probably going to start that over again. But listen, not a bad call from them. Trying to get them going, Kevin. Obviously off a score there, big score. Trying to come back and see if he catch us off guard there on an onside kick, Kevin.
Yeah, so I like the effort. It's one of those things when you're undermanned and it's a game you're likely to not win. You try to catch them off guard. I think they were fortunate in a score where the ball was in Iron's hands. It bounces out of his hands and they get a fluke catch for a touchdown. So your kids have some momentum. They might be believing. And I don't mean they have zero chance, but it's pretty obvious that we dress out a lot better than they do.
Martin County kicks it off now deep. Tyrone Jackson catching it in the middle. And, here he goes up to the 35-yard line. Good return there for the Hurricanes coming back from that penalty from Martin County. Manatee will take it over on their own 35-yard line as we switch up. Kevin, we've seen a lot of good Kickoff returns there. And, pretty decent right there, catching our own 5, getting 35. But that's something we've definitely taken advantage of over the last several games.
We've excelled. We have an excellent coach in Coach Stollard. He runs the middle wedge return, and we have athletes. And he puts it in their hands and gives them an opportunity.
Jason Brzezowski in the pistol formation with Kyrie Jones behind him. Hand it off to Kyrie Jones on 1st and 10. Kyrie's got some room to run there. Great job, gain of about 15 yards. Ball's on the ground. Martin County says they've got it. Looks like the refs are saying it was down. I didn't even see it come out. Kevin, I don't know if did you even see it come out?
Yeah, he was clearly down. It was well after he'd hit the ground.
So getting 15 yards there from Kyrie Jones on a first down run there.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll see more of this little conservative play calling. We should be able to manhandle them up front.
Oh, and there we go.
And if they're going to give us a free 5, we'll take that.
Absolutely. Great job there by Jace, really. And that's something you see all across from college to pros. See a lot of that, the clapping, the check with me, and of course Martin County jumps there. Looks like we're in the same formation. Doubles on the left-hand side. Jace in the shotgun with Kyrie Jones next to him. Hand off to Kyrie Jones. Nice old off the left tackle there for about 4 yards, probably about a yard short of the 40, which would be about 2nd and 1.
Chad, this is my favorite play to call, 2nd and 1. I mean,
right?
The playbook is wide open.
Playbook is wide open. My assumption, we're gonna pound it, ground and pound, show it, and there we go. Kyrie Jones on the run there. Great run there from Kyrie Jones. Gain of about 13 yards there for Kyrie Jones. I think we're going to see a lot of, especially in this. Here we go. They score. Let's impose our will physically here. Same formation. Jason the shotgun. Kyrie to the left.
And look, they have 11 guys within 6 yards of the line of scrimmage.
They're going to blow a whistle because the sticks are not set yet, and we're trying to go no huddle, quick. And there goes
that was the quarter.
Into the quarter. Tied up at 7-7. Manatee 7, Martin County 7. Manatee's on 30-yard line, going in and trying to score. We will be back after this quick break.
Welcome back, Joe Canam Field, Hawkins Stadium. The end of one quarter, Canes and Tigers 7-7. Kevin, give me your assessment of the first quarter.
It's sort of an assessment of the whole season. We made some great plays. We have better players. We're sort of dominant. We made 2 mistakes, only 2, but we made 2 mistakes that have held us back up to. We gave up a touchdown on a big play, and we turned the ball over. We were driving into the end zone. We eliminate the 2 mistakes, we're in much better shape. So hopefully we eliminate the mistakes.
All right, here we go. First down and 10, Hurricanes. Had the ball to the 29-yard line. Waiting for the clock to get set.
The clock has been
still
a
not
challenge.
set.
Yeah, it's been a challenge. Beginning of the game as well.
You can't put it in play if the clock. There we go. Finally got it set. Handoff, Kyrie Jones straight up the middle. He's going to be across the 25 to about the 23.
Good Lord. Danny, you could drive a Buick through that hole right up the middle. We got two pancake blocks on the right-hand side.
What you're saying is I could run through it.
Even you could waddle through that hole. Shuffle. You could shuffle through the hole.
That's what I'm thinking. Second down and 4 for the Hurricanes, driving right to left. Hand off again to Kyrie Jones. Tight steps. The first guy, ball's loose. And again, another turnover.
Yeah, once again, we're driving the ball, and good things are happening. We're dominating them, and then we make a mistake, a fatal mistake. We just have to, good teams can't make these mistakes in the playoffs, and we can overcome this. These guys aren't, physically they don't match up with us, but we cannot continue to turn the ball over. We can't turn the ball over every quarter. It'll be a repeat of Southeast. So
Well, that's kind of the direction we're going right now. If you look at it, you can't afford to turn the football over ever. First down and 10, Tigers after the Manatee fumble. Handoff inside, Hurricane defense all over him. It's going to be Nathan Hyman again in the backfield. Nathan Hyman is playing like a man possessed here in the first quarter, a loss of 5.
We sure did miss him last couple weeks, didn't we?
Oh, absolutely.
This kid, he is the heart and soul of that defense.
Second down, 15 for the Tigers now. Jackson Scott takes a snap, looks, fires out in the flat. Hurricanes pursuing quickly, and they're all over it. Hard to tell who was on the stop over there. Is on the near side, but behind a tent that the Martin County Tigers have set up over there. I believe it was a Vamari Welch on the stop.
And defense playing well on first and second down, setting them up with a third and long. Defense has played really exceptionally well so far this game with one mistake.
Third and long. This time Scott looks left. He's under pressure. He's going to go down. It's a sack by the Hurricanes. And again, the American Car Care sack of the game. A loss of about 7 on the play. Listen, you want to defend your car against the dirt and grime? Go to American Car Care, Manatee Avenue West. So this will set the punting situation up. Their punter will be back inside the goal line here. Jaden Corbett, Iron Jackson back deep. High booming kick with the wind. Is going to carry deep over Iron Jackson. Will take it at the 31. Back to the 30. Now he's across the 35 to the 40. Sidesteps another one across midfield. There he goes. Iron Jackson to the 40, 45. He's inside the 30 to the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown Hurricanes. Iron Jackson with a 65-yard punt return touchdown. And the Hurricane special teams strikes again.
And, I mean, I'm standing down here on the sideline, and the wall was set up. It was one, if you watch the replay right now, Danny, it is one big hit and big block after another. Hyman absolutely annihilated somebody to set up the first block. Iron, hits the Jets down the sideline. A couple of great moves down here along the sideline. There is a flag on the field down here by Coach Shakir. I'm not sure what that's about. It doesn't look like it's going to bring the play back. But great athleticism by Iron and really a great team play. Once again, shades of brilliance from this team. This is exactly what our team is capable of doing.
Well, here we go. We got the official trying to figure out what's going on. Flag was picked. It'll be marked off on the kickoff, but
he never did really announce what it was.
No, because you got all the way to the 10-yard line, so only thing I think of it's sideline warning, but needless to say, it's going to be Caleb Phillips on to do the extra point. He kicks it up, and it's going to just sneak in the right side, and a late flag thrown there. And that's going to be against the Hurricanes, I believe, the way the official was walking that direction. But Kevin, let me ask you, you talk about kicking an extra jet. I mean, Iron just sidestepped. He was very patient and allowed everything to set up in front of him. And then you talk about kicking an extra gear, he kicked it.
Oh, absolutely. And Iron has good vision. He's an excellent football player. He's a smart football player. He's a great athlete. And when he's on, baby, he is on. Also think about the mental toughness, because he did give, not to be a negative on him, but he did give up the big play for the touchdown over there. Which is kind of a fluke thing, but you have to be mentally tough to be able to bounce back and keep your head in the game and come back and make a big play on a punt return.
And I stand corrected. The penalty there on the extra point was against Martin County, a personal foul. So
the first one was against us, though, during the punt return.
So we'll offset everything.
Offset, yeah.
There's been a little bit of jawing going on down here on the sideline, and there has been a little bit of jawing going back and forth. Kind of typical playoff atmosphere.
Yeah, absolutely. It's playoffs, baby.
So we're going to kick off going right to left. Canes lead 14-7, 9:22 to go in the first half of football. And, hey, we got a pretty steady win that we're kicking into here, right?
Yeah, a little bit more of a challenge to put it in the end zone here.
All right, be Caleb Snyder on to do the kicking duties of Basil's Chicken and Ribs kickoff. Again, the Canes lead 14-7, 9:22 to go, first half of football. And a rather interesting first half of football. Here we go with a kick. It's going to be a returnable kick from the 6. Return man is going to be across the 10 to the 15, out to about the 20, sidesteps another into it, still on his feet, and finally the Hurricanes will corral him around the 29-yard line. We'll put him closer to 30.
Yeah, I thought we had good edge coverage there by Duke Dunbar, number 20 there, and they just kind of sidestepped it right up there on the sideline and got another 4 or 5 yards. But, you know, all in all, not bad. You could definitely see the wind affected that kickoff, though, as it kind of died as the returner kind of caught it.
So far for the Tigers offense, been a couple of deep passes they've found some success with right now. The Hurricane defense has really played extremely well.
Right, big plays. Got to stop big plays. And it was a fluky big play, but nonetheless, you got to stop those, and they have 0.
Jackson Scott will hand off interior. It'll be enough for a couple of yards. Get out to about the 33. Give him a 3-yard pickup, be a 2nd and 7. 8:40 to go, first half of football. Canes lead 14-7.
And, you know, running the ball is really not Martin County's strong suit. They like to get the ball to the edge athletes on the perimeter, one-on-one situations.
Right.
You know, running the ball is not – they're not going to win the game running the ball down our throat.
2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. They'll bring 1 in motion coming across. Be a quick little out, and it's going to be through the hands of the intended receiver. He'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Listen, I'll say this. That looked good because we got an incomplete pass. But the guy that went in motion, the second receiver that was on the left side, ran a streak right down the middle, wide open, I think. And you can see right now, Markel is talking to Reddick right now, saying, hey, we got to communicate a little bit better. So hopefully they got that down.
This time they'll go 2 left, 2 to the right, receiver-wise. Jackson Scott takes a snap. Under pressure, the Canes right there with him. He's going to be well short of the first down. And
no.
Yeah, I was worried about that.
No.
I was worried about that.
Helmet to helmet?
Yeah, I think he's going to get him for
helmet
spearing.
to helmet?
He might get him for spearing him.
Gosh. That did not look that bad. I know they were going to. I knew initially, yeah, he's all right. Hey, you got to pull him out, though. Hey, trainer comes out. You got to pull him. No, got to pull him at least a play.
Well, that's one of the things. We got our coaches over here. We'll try and relay the message. The trainer went out to talk to the quarterback. No reason he should still be in there. But that's going to be against the Canes. They're going to mark this off 15, move it out to the Tigers' 49-yard line.
That's a bad 15-yarder. Obviously gives them a first down, and something that we've seen throughout the year. And we really just can't give those 15-yarders and give first downs to teams, especially now you're in playoffs.
Hey, he's playing aggressive. I think it had more to do with the quarterback going down the slide. He's coming to make the hit.
Yeah, he was inconsistent on the slide.
It's one of those things that happen. 1st and 10 Tigers. They will hand off. This time the running back squeaks through a small hole. He'll pick up 4. 2nd and 6. Just under 8 minutes to go in the first half of football here.
Yeah, Jerome Hitchison there on the play there for 4. And again, I don't see them running down our throats. But you still got to say balance as an offensive caller.
Scott takes a snap. He's going to fly it out. He's got a man deep. He's there.
There it is.
And touchdown. He just lays it out in front of the receiver, and that's going to be a 51-yard scoring strike for the Tigers. He can cut the lead to 14-13, a point after coming.
Looks like a Marion Brown again. You know, their big-time receiver, and you want to really equate to who he is. He's like a Jaden Corbett for us. You know, there's no question. Maybe even a little bit faster, especially on that vertical route like they just did, the 9 route. Marion He's a Florida has an offer. Florida State's got an offer. UCS got an offer on him. He's a big-time guy.
Snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is good. And we are now tied 14-14 with 7:29 to go, first half of football. We'll keep things right here. And, hey, tired of the big bank buyouts? Go to First Southern Bank for your banking needs. First Southern Bank is a true community bank led with experienced neighborhood bankers that live and work in Manatee County. Full-service bank with competitive commercial and consumer loans. That's First Southern Bank, located 3103 Manatee Avenue West.
Obviously, you can hear their fans getting excited. Obviously, big plays. A lot of times in high school, big plays are what scores. Go back to our kickoff, punt return there by Iron, and both of their scores now have been 50-plus yard.
Well, what's the cause
catches.
of it? Cause of the turnover.
Absolutely.
You don't turn the football over; it's a different ball game. We're still got a two-score cushion going.
Yeah, we turned the ball over, and then we had a big 15-yard penalty, and then we give up a big play.
Right, exactly.
Sort
you
of
go back to the
trifecta.
15-yard penalty. When if we win the game and you be able to watch it on film, the coaches are going to bring that up to the players. Hey, look, if you take away that 15-yarder, that 50-yard pass may never happen. And again, something we've got to learn, and hopefully they get on the sideline as they come off here in a minute.
Tyrone Jackson back deep. Let's see if the special teams can do it again. This is going to be a ball that hits. Iron will take it at the 12, across the 20, 25, 30. He's across the 35 and all the way out near the 40-yard line. We'll see where they put the ball down. Going to set at the 39. That's where the Canes will take over with 7:23 to go. Game tied 14-all.
Yeah, good return there, though. We'll take it on the 40-yard line, 39-yard line every time. And again, we can't have turnovers on offense, and we got to just continue to do what we do, run the ball, pound the ball down their throat, and I think we've had success with that as the game has gone on.
Jace Brzezowski, the quarterback. Kyrie Jones fakes it to him. He's going to throw it in the flat. It's going to be caught by Elijah Stewart. Pickup of 8 on the play. Second down and 2. As the Canes approach midfield here.
Yeah, nice little pitch and catch there. All started from the play action, though. Showed Jace faking the run and be able to find Elijah Stewart wide open on those slants.
This time, Canes empty backfield. He's going to throw a quick slant. This time it's going to be caught by Ty Nevels. Plenty for the first down. He'll pick up 5.
Ty Nevels, my friend.
Talk about hands. Whew. Great hands.
Especially in the muck. He's right there in the middle of everything, and he's not afraid to catch it and get hit, which I love about Ty.
Canes will go empty again. Moving things along a little bit. Hurry up. This time, Jace will keep it himself. He'll move it up the field about a 5, maybe 6 yard. We'll give him 5. It's going to be good first down play there. They move the ball into Tiger territory, the 42-yard line.
Yeah, I like the no huddle, like the empty set, showing something a little bit different. We don't do a whole lot of empty set.
Kyrie Jones offset to the left. This time Kyrie will get it. He'll power forward to get the ball to the 40. It'll set up a third down and about 3. Right at 6 minutes to go.
What do you like here, Chad? 3rd and 3.
I think we'll probably end up running the ball, but I feel like, maybe not going to empty set. Maybe Ty Nevels right over the middle.
Empty set again for the Canes. This time he'll take it. He pumps it. He's going to roll forward, and he's not going to have enough for the first. Well short of it.
I'm going for it. Right now, quick set, I'm going for it.
2 yards shy. 5.5 to go. First half, and Manatee sitting on the punt unit. Just seemingly offensively can't get any rhythm going right now, and the Canes are struggling to find that.
Yeah, it seems like we get one play, two plays, get a couple first downs, and all of a sudden we just kind of stall a little bit. And then,
Kyrie in here is a good place to fake one if you're going to fake one.
I wouldn't put it past us.
No, they're bunched in the middle, and it's not a good spot to do it.
We do have an out wide.
Snap. Snyder takes it. He's going to punt it. It's going to be
Looks good right there.
good punt. It's going to be taken at the 5. Canes are all over it right there, and they're going to smother him back around the 4, maybe the 3-yard line. They're going to actually mark it at the 5.
Great coverage, though.
I don't agree with the 5 because I think he still was on his feet trying to make something happen.
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely.
But they're going to put it on the 5-yard line. A good punt by Chris Snyder. Pin them back deep, and let's see if the Hurricanes can come up with something big here defensively.
Yeah, very good punt by Snyder, and get it down there. And great coverage again by the Hurricanes right there on that punt. Really, going down there and forcing that guy, the returner there, had nothing really going.
Now, we got a water break on the field. We'll keep things right here. Hey, listen, for the latest and official news about Florida high school sports, including results of all rounds of the 2020 FHSAA Football Championships, visit FHSAA.com, the official website of the Florida High School Athletic Association. That's www.fhsaa.com. Catch live and on-demand postseason coverage of the Florida High School sports at www.nfhsnetwork.com. Brought to you by the NFHS Network, the official online partner of the FHSAA.
And breathe.
That's
That's a long one there by the FHSAA. But
done with that page.
On to the next one, you know what I mean? But listen, what a game here we got going. And, unfortunately, some of it is the big plays given up by the Hurricanes defense. And hopefully here with pinning them back deep here on their own 5, we can come away with a 3-and-out and get great field position coming up going into the second half.
Yeah, the only big play, the plays they've had are big plays, are long passes, and that's where they've struck every time. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try and do it again early right here. This time they will hand off interior. Running back gets by the first guy, and it gets it all the way out to the 25. First good run that they've had. Pickup of 20. Move the ball to actually they'll put it back to the 23, so an 18-yard pickup.
Yeah, and all came from missed tackle.
Yep.
Missed tackle right in the middle. I don't know exactly what the number was. I think it was actually Markel a little bit coming down from the free safety. Missed tackle, and he skirted out and be able to gain the 20. Really gets them out of their own shadow of their field goal now. Now they can kind of do, like a normal set, which you normally do on a normal kickoff return.
1st and 10, Tigers. Jackson Scott will look to the sidelines. It's going to be
they get the timeout?
Quick timeout. They got it. We'll take a quick timeout here as well. You're watching Manatee Hurricane football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
They say life is better on the water, where the only measure of time is the disappearing tide and the sound of fishermen returning from a long day's work. That's where you'll find Swordfish Grill, nestled along the quiet Gulf Coast in Florida's oldest fishing village. This is a place to relax, to unwind, and enjoy freshly caught seafood. They say life's better on the water. We couldn't agree more. Swordfish Grill and Tiki Bar, located in Cortez, Florida's oldest fishing village.
Back here at Joe Canaan Field, Hawkins Stadium, 4:11 to go first half. 14-14 is our score. Tigers with the football at their own 23-yard line, 1st and 10. They'll hand off. They find some running room yet again, and this time he'll be corralled around the 27, 28-yard line. They'll put on the 28.
Yeah, again, then all of a sudden now, Stewart's finding a little bit of run room. Why? Because they've hit some big plays in the passing game, and now the secondary's got to kind of think about, wait a minute, those big passing plays may happen, and now you open up the run a little bit.
Got to watch the top side over here. This time he's going to look. He's under pressure. He's going to go down, and this time I believe it's Samu Vave with the sack, a huge sack, a loss of 10 on the play.
That is huge. Samu Vave coming off the edge there, unblocked, and way to finish it. And Scott's got some athletic ability. Way to not let him kind of get away from him. Way to go, Samu. Big sack there. Brings up a long 3rd down, which you like to see for the Hurricanes.
Big 3rd down here, and listen, I'd love to be Devon Stewart or Samu on this side. Just watch that. It's a pass play. I mean, I know it's a situation as a pass play. Just watch that tackle. They're going to throw it in the flat. He's going to sidestep the first guy. Gets by the second. Here he goes. He's off to the races. He's got one man to beat, and it's going to be number 42, Amari Welch. It finally drags him down, and that ball got out in the flat, and it should have never got what it got.
No, it never should have got what it got. But Presti there, being a good athlete, getting what he and then going. And unfortunately, that's what we talked about earlier in the week with Coach Shakir. Is they like to get in the perimeter, they like to get man-on-man space and get their athletes in space, and that's what they did. And they capitalized. We've got to be able to tackle correctly.
I think at some point in time you got to come up and just win. In those situations, just man up and press at the line of scrimmage. Now we're doing it. This time they're going to hand off, and it's going to be a loss on a play. Met immediately in the backfield, and that's a Manatee defender that's hurt on the play. I mean, he hit him quick, and
looks like Deion Lewis, who's coming back from a knee injury.
I think it's Marcellus Ponder.
Was that Ponder?
I think it's Ponder that's down.
Hopefully it's just a stinger, maybe from the hit, a little shoulder stinger.
Yeah, I think it rung his bell a little bit. I mean, he hit him. It's a loss of 2 on the play. And unfortunately, I mean, Manatee's given up some big – I mean, there's been 3 huge plays so far that have put them in a bad situation.
Yeah, again, explosive plays. Typically in high school football, explosive plays, and it probably in any whether it's
it's all high school, everything.
Explosive plays put you in tough situations. It's hard to score, going 90, 80 yards consistently. Big plays are typically what does it.
Hey, the FHSAA is now on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Tweet us, like us, and tag us on your social platforms by searching the FHSAA. Keep up with teams and people who strive to make high school athletics in the state of Florida the best. Be a fan of it all by following us on media at FHSAA. .14 is our score here. 2:29 to go, first half. Got to stop them here because a stop here is huge. Manatee's going to get the ball to start the second half of football, regroup, and
it'd be nice to be able to have 2 minutes, around 2 minutes, maybe a little less than that, to have the ball and maybe go down and score ourselves because we're capable of big plays ourselves.
2nd and 12 for the Tigers at the Manatee 26-yard line. Manatee will call a timeout. We're going to take a quick timeout as well. You're watching Manatee football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
Every great team has a coach that leads them to victory. Offense, defense, special teams. The coaching staff knows that it takes a full team effort in order to be successful. At Williams Wealth Management Group, we help our clients implement their strategic plan. We take a 360-degree approach to help our clients meet their personal goals. My wife Helena and I are proud Manatee High School graduates, and we love our community that we're raising our family in. At Williams Wealth Management Group, our services are more than money.
Tampa Bay Jaw and Facial Surgery of Bradenton is proud to support the Manatee Hurricanes. Tampa Bay Jaw and Facial Surgery of Bradenton provides dental implants and wisdom teeth removal with an experienced certified staff. Contact Zephany Zastro at Tampa Bay Jaw and Facial Surgery, 941-747-5597. 2nd down and 12 for the Tigers at the Manatee 26-yard line. 2:18 to go, first half of football game, tied 14-all. Tigers will bring a man in motion. He's already moving towards the line, and they're going to fire it out in the flat. It's going to be caught, touchdown. And
I just don't know what Iron is seeing a little bit out there. He's just losing the wide receiver a little bit, and just allowing, it does look like Scott, though, he got cracked on the throw. So big time for him to step up and get hit and throw, but I just don't know what Iron defensively is seeing to not cover his guy.
That'll put the Martin County Tigers up 20-14, 2:11 to go first half. With the extra point, it's up, and it is blocked, but we have a flag down. It's going to be offsides against the Hurricanes. Oh, we'll take another shot at the attempt here. See what they do. Move the ball half the distance and re-kick. Another big play. That's 3 big plays, 3 touchdowns by Martin County.
No question.
Everything else has been kind of ho-hum the entire time. A high snap. This time he gets it down and gets it up, and the kick is good. It'll be 21-14 Martin County. 2:11 to go, first half of football here. Canes set to receive the kickoff here. Just another one of those moments.
With big plays like this, the crowd gets into it. The players get excited, and the momentum is on your side with big plays there. And to me, that's not Iron. Iron defensively as a defensive back plays much better than that. Consistently. So is it a concentration thing? You know what I mean?
Well,
surprising.
I think a lot of it has to do your spot, right? You have to do your job. Stay with your guy all the way through. Allow everybody else to stop the run while they're going to stop the run. And we'll see what happens. Special teams has been special for the Canes all year long. E.J. Allen will go back deep along with Iron Jackson. Let's see if we can't flip the script here real quick. Had many kick returns for a touchdown. Let's see if we can do it one more time here before the end of the first half. Quite the battle so far, and a lot of people didn't expect it to be this way. Me included.
Yeah, no, but big plays happen, unfortunately.
Here we go. It's going to be a squib kick. It's going to be dropped on by Roy Burchett.
Listen, 2
Started
minutes
at
left.
35, yes.
35-yard line, 2 timeouts left from us. I'll take that all day long. And because, again, we've got some big play capability. There's no question.
Well, let's get the offense cranked up right here. You know what? The only team that's stopped the offense so far is our own offense.
Oh, I mean, 2 turnovers.
Yeah.
And going into score. So, yeah, no, listen, it almost is kind of eerily similar to a Southeast game a couple weeks ago.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Roy Burchett will be in the backfield with Jace Brzezowski. This time, Jay Strauss-Bagg is going to flip it out to Burchett, who's going to be hit, spun around, finds more feet.
Great job.
Still stayed in bounds, and a great job by Roy Burchett. Hit with a loss.
My goodness.
Spins around and still manages to pick up 5 yards.
Does that show that youngster's toughness right there?
I'll tell you what.
He is a hard guy to get down. He's low center of gravity. He's a strong kid, and he runs his feet. I mean, my goodness.
Don't give him much of a seam because he'll outrun everybody in this place. Here goes Brzezowski, throws it in the flat. It's going to be caught by Jaden Corbett. Pickup of 2.
That's his first catch. That's Jaden's first catch there. And, we got to get him the ball more.
Actually, give him 3 there, Chad, because they're going to move it out. It'll be 3rd down and 2. 1:39 to go. Brzezowski takes it, pump fakes. He's got nobody open. Now he's going to throw it quickly to Jaden Corbett, who's got enough right on the first down marker. Good job of knowing where you're at there, Jaden. That's enough for a first down. Should be. I don't know why they're looking at it. You put it, it touches the line, it's automatic.
The line was on 35 to 45. If it crosses the line, touches the line at all, it's a first down. Not even, you don't even measure it. Come on, fellas.
It's all about where they set the ball.
But the nose is over. This is absolutely, come on.
Well, I'll tell you why they're doing it, because that's the only crooked part of this line right here, right? So it jets out a little bit. If the rest of the line's pretty straight.
You're not care for this, but he the way he had it set up, the stick is across the 45. And it looks to me like the ball is just barely touching the 45. We may not have this.
We've got it about 2 inches.
I don't
of the
care
ball,
if it's
3
even
inches of the
short.
ball.
You just turn around and go for it.
I
It
mean,
doesn't
yeah,
matter.
I agree. I agree.
That's a first down.
No, he's short.
He's short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that far.
Not that far. That's
Goodness.
just.
It's maybe four or five inches. I know. I hate to split hairs, but I'm just telling you.
Get under center.
No, I
and
agree
go.
with you. I just know that where you were at on the far side and where you bring it to here, how crooked is that line?
That's unbelievable to me right there. The ball is halfway over the 45-yard line. The nose of the ball is halfway
Hey,
over the
been here
45-yard
before, gentlemen. All my years of doing games, I have been in this situation way too many times.
Go get the first down, and let's eliminate this talk.
And just a quick point, in a situation where you'd expect a big back, it looks like Coach Shakir has gone to the running back that has not fumbled the football, and he's staying with him.
Hey, there you go. You know?
I just don't like being in the gun in this situation. I think you try to draw him off first, then you take the timeout, and then you go back and do what you're going to do. Go under center. Drives forward, easily got the first down. No problem whatsoever. Jace Corbett gets the first down. Clock will stop briefly while they reset the chains, and we should be quickly ready to go here. Canes will go 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 1:25 to go first half. Canes trail 21-14. Brzezowski takes it, rolls right. He's going to fire out in the flat, well underthrown. Intended receiver Ty Nevels.
Yeah, tough for left-handed quarterback rolling right to throw against his body, of course, and especially with the guy breathing down his neck, coming after him. But one thing I do like, especially on no huddle like that, it seems like Jace has got some control of where guys need to go and setting them up, and that's a positive thing. And now we just got to make sure we get some plays from that.
So we got the same separation we normally get here. 2nd and 10. Jace drops back. He's going to pump fake. Now he throws it in the flat behind Roy Burchett, the intended receiver. It'll bring up a 3rd and 10. Manatee at their own 45, 1:12 to go.
Yeah, it seemed like Roy may have kind of lost himself a little bit and got a little too deep instead of just sitting in the 5-yard range, which what looked like Jace was throwing to. But look, 3rd down and 10 now. We got to do something here. Corbett's in the slot.
This time he'll look back to the sidelines for the play. Jace now signaling his receiver.
Watch Corbett up the seam down here. Watch this.
Here we go. He's going to drop back. He's going to be under pressure. He gets out of the first one. Now he's rolling right, looking. He's got nobody coming to him. He had a receiver coming back to him. He sidesteps and still manages to pick up the first down. Great job by Jace Brzezowski to, number one, avoid the sack in the backfield and find a way to pick up 11, almost 12 yards on that run. 1:02 to go and get out of bounds. The ball's at the 43-yard line. And boy, almost like a magician.
Yeah, what a great job getting away from the first defender there. Could have been a sack.
Oh,
but
easily.
Also, great job for the offensive line peeling back a little bit and seeing what they could help with. And then he had green grass to run. Great job by Jace.
First down, he's going to drop back, fire it in the flat, and it's going to be dropped by the intended receiver.
Perry. It hit Perry right in the hands, but it's a little low. It's down on his shins. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to catch it. You put your hands on it, catch the football.
100%. Little quick, though, seemed like from Jace. Instead of getting his feet set, little quick throw there. And I think he probably could hit him in the chest if he got his feet set to really throw the ball there. But it's open.
2nd and 10. Hurricanes at the Tigers' 43-yard line. Trailing 21-14, 58 seconds to go. Brzezowski will run a draw play to Burchett. Burchett finds some opening off the right side, gets himself out of bounds. Good job by Roy to not only pick up positive yards, but to get himself out of bounds to stop the clock.
7-8 yards there.
Yes.
Clock is not stopping.
Oh, they did not have it.
He ran it down to 43. He just stopped it.
Okay.
But we lost.
No,
we called a timeout.
We called timeout. He signaled stoppage of the clock originally. I mean, I think everybody's kind of confused as to what happened there.
Yeah, Coach Shakir's having a discussion with the official now.
Yeah, he definitely put his hands up to stop the clock.
Yes, he did.
And they're they're going to get it corrected, it looks like.
Yeah, we'll have some time there, but still not a bad timeout to take.
No, but I mean, if you're going to signal stoppage of the clock, you're not going to burn the timeout, and it's kind of one of the big things. Miscommunication amongst the officials. Hey, is what it is. Bring up 3rd down and 3. 43 seconds to go, first half. Tigers lead over the Hurricanes 21-14. Manatee will go 3 receivers to the left. Roy Burchett still in the ballgame. He'll be offset to the right of the quarterback, and I'm not sure.
Well, there's going to be a little delay here because,
they
did get it set to 50.
Yeah, they put it back up.
All right, moved it up to 50.
Stopping a little bit. I'll take it.
Now we're having more discussion. Hey, we'll let them figure it out. No big deal.
Like in the formation we got here, Corbett's up top by himself, single coverage. Safety's over top. Safety likes to cheat. If he does cheat over to Corbett, I like Ty Neville's up the seam, or just somewhere in the middle there behind the linebackers there.
Oh, the one that's going to jump him. He's got one linebacker on him. The
linebacker's tight.
Yeah.
The linebacker inside is tight. So if he runs anything kind of over the middle, he should be open about 5 or 6 yards for the first down easy.
Real quick, boys, I think what we're getting at here is Shakir did not call a timeout. The play went out of bounds. And so he's trying to ensure he gets his timeout back.
Absolutely.
Right. The clock should have stopped at 50 when Roy, wisely heads-up play went out of bounds.
You don't have to do anything crazy right here. It's 3rd and 3, long 3, short 4. And I don't know how much I'm trying to pick off right here. I might just throw it.
Definitely a 4.
You're going to stay off at Jaden Corbett on the far side. I'm going to try and get the football to him immediately and let things happen.
I see a little quick out, maybe a little sit route with Jaden. Jaden is notorious for the first guy missing, and him making the first guy miss and take it down the sideline.
All you got to do is let him turn. Yeah, throw it off his left shoulder out there, or his right shoulder right now. You throw it to the backside, let him catch it. He'll spin off one guy and off to the races he can go.
Looks like we got a timeout left.
Yeah, I think everything's cleared up.
Yep. Timeout. We got back on the scoreboard.
We go 3rd and 3. This time you're going to drive. He fired it out, and he just completely missed.
Yeah, it was there. He was open.
Completely open.
No question, he was open.
Get your feet set. You throw the football with your feet, and and he tries to throw it with his arm. And
very similar to baseball.
It's everything that you do in life. When you're throwing any ball, it's done with your feet, not with your arm. Everything's done with your feet. If you don't get your feet done, set in the right position, ball's going to be errant. Yep. Absolutely.
There you go, big 4th down.
Big 4th down, 4th and 3 for the Hurricanes.
Same route.
I might go to Roy Burchett on the ground.
He's going to fire it out there again, and this time incomplete. Try to do it again, and you throw it there the first time, it's completed, and now you give them 43 seconds to go up top and try and make something happen. Turnover on downs by the Hurricanes, and hey, you had things happening.
It seems like, multiple times now offensively, we're moving the ball. First we get a couple first downs, and then we just kind of stall. And some of it's from our own errors. Some of it's from Martin County, give them credit a little bit. But that's now several times now that we've gotten several first downs and then stalled.
1st and 10, Tigers at their own 36-yard line. 43 seconds to go, first half. They'll hand off, try and play it safe, and he'll be met immediately. And loss on the play of 4. And I think everybody's content to let everything run out. The Canes will get the ball to start the second half of football. It's not the first time we've trailed at the half before.
No, I mean, it's almost, a lot of the games. I mean, we can go back to a lot of games where we've
trailed, been tied. I mean, a lot of things.
Again, you go back to 2 turnovers, which is huge on our side, and big plays, and you eliminate those, it's a different game.
That will be the final play of the first half. Martin County leading 21-14. We'll wait for Kevin to find Coach Shakir on the sidelines, and I'm sure this isn't going to be a happy Coach Shakir at all as we wait for him to track him down. And Kevin, once you find him, just chime in when you're there. Here we go.
Okay, I'm down here with Coach Shakir. Coach, first half, we made some spots of brilliance, but then a few times we shot ourselves in the foot. What do you think so far?
We're just giving up big plays. That's killing us. They can't run the ball on us. Just not doing our responsibilities in the secondary, in the back end.
And then offensively, we're doing a pretty good job of moving the football, but we seem to have some red zone trouble.
Yeah, we are. We're not. We fumbled twice. Can't turn the ball over and throwing the ball in the dirt. So we got to execute.
And after a couple of fumbles, you went to Roy Bichette there on the last drive. Is that going to be a second half thing as well?
We'll see what's going inside, and we'll talk it, and we'll go from there.
Great. Thanks so much, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
All right. Well, thank you, Kevin.
Coach. Not happy coach.
Not happy at all. And so we're going to take a timeout. We'll have the Shake Pit halftime report. Canes trail 21-14 at the half. You're listening to Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
Manatee High School was established over 100 years ago in 1897. Since its inception, Manatee High School has fostered a spirit of excellence, loyalty, and proudly promotes the welfare of past Manatee County graduates and our future generations. The Manatee High School Alumni Association is a 501c3 not-for-profit organization with a volunteer board of Manatee High School alumni. Participation in our dedicated association is free, and we welcome members to volunteer with us. Through our various programs and events, we promote camaraderie, spirit, and service to the thousands of graduates we represent. We're devoted to offering exceptional opportunities for alumni who still maintain strong bonds. To date, we have an astounding 5,103 proud registered alumni members. Our oldest active members are proud Canes from the class of 1932. Our fantastic Alumni Association website is free to members and provides information such as monthly class luncheons, numerous photos, online yearbooks to view and for purchase, a classmate directory, and other beneficial information. Generous donations and alumni support also assists with providing exciting class reunions for graduates as far back as 1943. The Manatee High School Alumni Association focuses on several key components to our graduates, past, present, and future. At the heart of everything we do, we equip Manatee graduates with tools and techniques to help support their potential. Today, we provide a $500 college scholarship to 5 dynamic and promising Manatee High School graduates of all financial challenges. Our mission, possible through generous donations, is to increase the number of scholarship opportunities to more students, providing aid to graduates with their education, developing confidence, as well as real-life and personal leadership work skills. Financial need, desire to better themselves, and academic ability are the main criteria for these scholarships. Mentoring is vital and provides professional socialization and personal support to facilitate growth among graduating students. The Manatee High School Alumni Association supports quality mentoring that greatly enhances students' chances for success. Through generous donations and support of Manatee alumni, mentor programs are available and pair outgoing students with alumni in similar career fields. Donations and alumni support also allows the Manatee High School Alumni Association to continue its tradition of recognizing and honoring outstanding MHS alumnus. Nominations are accepted on our free membership website. Outstanding Alumni Award nominations are submitted and are awarded to a graduate of Manatee who has demonstrated a superior level of commitment to our alma mater, who has distinguished themselves through an active participation in our community. Those recognized with this award are considered among the very top citizens of our community and our country. Donations also make the Athletic Hall of Honor possible. This inspirational evening was established in 2015, and anyone may nominate a graduate from any graduating class who has achieved distinction on the athletic field and beyond the fields of Manatee High. These honorees are also recognized for having a positive influence on the lives of others. Inductees, their families, and friends are welcomed at a reception dinner, followed by an induction program held for the inductees. We're also extremely proud of our first responder alumni for their dedicated and brave service to our community. With donations and participation, the Alumni Association will express our gratitude by implementing and honoring MHS first responders with an awards dinner in addition to other recognition ceremonies. The Manatee High School Alumni Association is also extremely grateful for our courageous alumni for their dedicated service to our country in the United States Armed Forces. We are honored to support all United States military branches. Names can be registered on our website. Go USA! Our Alumni Association is an immense network of professional contacts, all whom already have one thing in common: the honor to be a Cane. All operations and events to ensure Manatee High alumnus success are financially supported solely by donations. Please consider supporting the Manatee High School Alumni Association today. We are Manatee.
We'll now feature the Sugar Canes on Tongue Tied. Bruce Miller, Renee Schindler, Angela Bobrovsky, and Boone, Julia Backus, Julio Montoya, and Martin Yans. Thank you for your support tonight. Go Canes!
Business and personal finances all for a trusted team. With numbers you can count. Since 1954, CSNL CPAs provides accounting, tax, audit, and consulting services. Our mission is to understand your unique needs and create exceptional solutions. CSNL CPAs is a proud supporter of Manatee High School. Visit us online to find out more. They say life is better on the water, where the only measure of time is the discipline tide and the sound of fishermen returning from a long day's work. That's where you'll find Swordfish Grill, nestled along the quiet Gulf Coast of Florida's oldest fishing village. This is a place to relax, unwind, and enjoy fresh meat. They say life's better on the water. Swordfish Grill TV, located in Cortez, Florida's oldest fishing village.
Every great team has a coach, offense, defense, special teams. The coaching staff knows that it takes a full team effort to move on to success. At Williams Wealth Management, we help our clients achieve their dreams. We take a 360-degree approach to the market.
Welcome, everybody, back to Joe Kinnan Field at Hawkins Stadium as we get prepared here for the second half. Manatee Hurricanes down 14-21 to the visiting Tigers of Martin County. Manatee will receive the second half kickoff, and unfortunately not the half that we wanted from the Hurricanes. A couple turnovers, unfortunately some big plays, really leading to Martin County's halftime lead of 21-14. And we'll bring in our play-by-play guy, Danny Carter.
Thank you, Chad. Here we go. Second half of football. Canes trailing 21-14. Iron Jackson and E.J. Allen back deep for the Hurricanes. They're going to do an onside kick. Samu Vave picks it up, and great field position for the Hurricanes at their own 49-yard line. Well, what does that tell you? We got great special teams.
No doubt. And to me, too, the team is up 21-14. They're doing that in the start of the second half. They know that they've are pretty fortunate to be up 21-14 and trying to take play and maybe, take advantage of a big play that could possibly get them the ball back here at the start. But offensively, we got to do better than what we've been doing the first half.
I agree. I don't think there's a lot of adjustments you do. It's just refocus. Kyrie Allen, first down. He's going to pick up about a yard on the play. Be close back to the line of scrimmage anyways. He's going to get a little bit. About a half a yard. They'll give him one anyways. 2nd and 9.
Yeah, ran for about 50 yards in that half, so I don't think we abandoned, like you said,
no.
I don't think we change anything. We just got to be more crisp. Had a lot of
secure
errant throws and secure the football.
2nd down. Jace drops back under pressure. He's going to get rid of it, and nowhere close to Jaden Corbett. Well underthrown. Under pressure as well. I mean, he just got rid of the football. Otherwise, it's going to be a sack coming.
Here we go, 3rd and 10, and
I think at some point here, whether it's not going to happen on this series of football, but at some point you got to think about putting Iron in offensively.
I don't disagree with you.
I think you got to.
Every time he touches the ball, special things happen.
Mix a few things up. 3rd down and long. Jace drops back, looks to his left, fires. He's got a man. It's going to be caught across the 40 to the 45-yard line. A first down, Hurricanes. Chris Perry on the reception. That'll set the ball at the Tigers' 34-yard line.
Yeah, big 3rd down there by Chris Perry. Good catch and run. Good throw by Jace.
Hand off to Kyrie Jones up the middle. He's going to get close to the 30-yard line. He'll pick up 4.
Getting that 3rd down, too. Now we can get the line of scrimmage. We can do quicker, get the momentum going, and what you see right there.
See a little pep in their step right now. Manatee going big offensively up front. This time, Jace drops back, looks. He's going to fire out in the flat. It's going to be caught. Great catch by Jaden Corbett. Just short of the first down marker. They're going to set it at the 25. He's going to be about a yard shy.
But wow, what a catch there by Jaden Corbett. High throw and a zip on it.
It was a laser of a throw, and he reached up and just snatched it out of the air. 3rd down.
Only 9 yards through.
Hand off to Kyrie. He's got enough. He's got the first down. They're going to put that inside the 24.
But going back, only 3 catches for Jaden Corbett for 9 yards. Extremely unusual for our offense.
Here we go. First down, Hurricanes at the Tigers' 24-yard line. Opening drive, second half. Canes trail 21-14.
But we've seen these kind of drive before. We're driving, we get a couple first downs and stalling.
Handoff again. Kyrie bounces back to the left. He's across the 20 inside the 15, down around the 10-yard line. They're going to set it at the 11. And the Canes are in the Crowder Brothers Ace Hardware red zone. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
So, again, looks very similar to what we've been doing the first half. Now we just got to
secure the football. Yeah.
Don't fumble and don't stall out the drive.
Here we go again. They actually put on the 12. It'll be Kyrie Jones across the 10, inside the 10, down to about the 6, maybe 7. Let's see, they're going to put it on the 6. He'll be at 6 on the play, 2nd and 4. That front 5 right now finding a little bit of push. Cameron McLeod, Frankie Robinson, Quentin Rome, Derek Maurice, and Charles Armstrong. Again, another handoff to Kyrie. Bounce out to the right, the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, 6-yard run. Kyrie Jones, and the Canes cut the lead to 21-20, the opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, exactly like you said. The offensive line causing some major push up there up front, and that's exactly what, you go back to the couple of drives we had in the first half where we fumbled. That's what we probably would have done if we just secured the ball. It's a great job this time by Kyrie Jones securing the ball. Good push up front from the offensive line for the touchdown.
Caleb Phillips on to do the extra point. Good snap. The hold's down. The kick is up, and the kick is good, and we are tied. 9:30 to go in the third quarter. Manatee opening drive down the field, 21-21. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. You're listening or watching Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
This is what I love, clean trucks and clean cars. That's what it's all about. Hi, I'm Zach Callis. I'm the owner of American Car Care Center, the friendliest car wash in Bradenton, Florida. We take pride at what we do here at American Car Care Center. Our employees treat your car like they would treat their own. They're here to make you happy, and our motto is, if you're not happy, tell us. If you're happy, tell a friend.
Welcome, everybody, back to Joe Kinnan Field at Hawkins Stadium. Score is 21-21, Manatee and Martin County. That scoring recap right there. 52 yards total, 9 plays. Ended up with a 6-yard touchdown run by Kyrie Jones for the touchdown to tie it up 21-21.
Here we are. Chris Snyder on to do the Basil's Chicken and Ribs kickoff. He'll hang it high. This will be returnable from the 12. Returner is going to be across the 30 to the 35, out to the 41, 42-yard line is where they'll set the football. It'll be 1st and 10 Tigers. Their own 42, 9:22 to go third quarter. Game tied 21-21, and
exactly what we should have saw from our offense the last, in the first half there, twice, having some turnover problems there. That's what we expect to see for our offense. And now we got to see our defense, one, eliminate big plays is the biggest thing. We've eliminated the run pretty much. Eliminate the big plays. Let's wake up a little bit here, give the ball back to offense, let's score again.
All right, let's see how the Manatee defense responds after that touchdown. Tigers bring a man in motion. They'll bounce it out to the right. Good job, Nathan Hyman on the stop. 2-yard pickup on the play.
Good job, Jeff, by the defense. When you got a guy in motion there, your eyes kind of go with the motion guy naturally. It's a great job by Hyman by not following that motion guy and sticking to his keys and staying there on Hutchinson as he got the ball.
Like we brought Iron up, press coverage. Second down, they're going to look for the man. He's going to be down there. Manatee all over the quarterback. A big sack. It's going to be Nathan Hyman, Marcellus Ponder back there.
I think we got the football, guys. We may have gotten the football.
No,
he called it. Dang it.
But, is it great not to have Nathan Hyman back, my friends? Hello.
A loss of 9 on the play.
2 plays in a row by Nathan Hyman. Great job there. Now you put him in 3rd and long. Watch us draw or a screen. Or maybe even a wide receiver screen, especially to
I'm going to tell you right now, defensively, though, Markel Jackson's got to cheat wherever number 6 is. We're on press coverage right there, and he still got around Iron. He's a talented receiver.
Kind of sat.
Yeah.
Markel kind of went with him, but I would definitely cheat towards 6, no doubt.
Here we go, 3rd down and long. They're going to throw it underneath. Manatee's defense pursuing, and they're all over red jerseys everywhere around the Tigers. Offensive guy, there's a little bit of pushing and shoving at the end, but well short. He gets it back, just a yard pickup, and that'll bring out the punt unit for the Tigers.
I know people are going to look, oh my gosh, some pushing and shoving. Here's what I like to see from the defense about the pushing and shoving. There's some now tenacity. There's some, this is our house, and you guys have scored 21 points, and you shouldn't have, to be quite honest.
Let's see if we can flip the field right here.
The defense is angry.
Here's a snap, good snap. The punter gets it away. A high booming kick that Iron calls for a fair catch. at the 31, and that's where the Hurricanes will take over. 7:28 to go. 21-21 football game, and the Canes score on the opening drive coming out, stop them defensively, and now a chance to flip the scoring momentum.
Yeah, this is when you do it. This is when the big Mo, starts switching your way, and hopefully we can come out here offensively. And like I said, the defense is now showing some angriness. They should be. They should be angry. They've given up 21 points in the first half to this team, and come with some angriness, some tenacity, and play with some vengeance here in the second half.
1st and 10, Canes at their own 31. Handoff to Jabari Dunbar, bounces it out to the left, finds a little running room. He gets 10. He's got more across midfield and gets all the way out to just across midfield, just barely across midfield. A good pickup on the play, about 16. 1st and 10 Hurricanes as now they put the ball back the other side, just right on the midfield stripe.
Love the change of pace, though. I think that Dunbar's got a little bit more of a boost from the jump than Kyrie, but Kyrie brings a lot of weight towards with him and a lot of bulldozerness. So I like the change of pace.
Kyrie back in the ball game. They'll hand off to Kyrie. He'll fire forward. He's going to pick up about a yard.
I don't know if that's a word, bulldozerness, but it sounds good.
Hey, listen. It's Chadisms. We'll go with it. Whatever word you want to use, guy. 6:40 to go. Third quarter. 21-21 is our score. Canes driving left to right here.
Corbett.
This time Jace drops back. He's going to fire it out in the flat, and it's going to be intercepted. Ill-advised pass.
No. Don't do that. Defenders coming back with Corbett, and you're throwing off your back foot. You can hear coaches next to us. That's not the throw you want, unfortunately. It's not the throw you want.
Not the guy you wanted. Actually, Ty Nevels was the guy on the hash mark that was actually open. I know he's under pressure. A lot of guys coming at him, but.
And Jace wants it back. You can see.
Oh, absolutely.
He knew from the jump as soon as he threw it, that wasn't the right guy.
Sometimes you have a wide receiver that you have a lot of confidence in, like Corbett, and you're in trouble, and you just throw it out there to him, and you hope that he's going to make a play for you. And I think that may have been what happened there.
Agreed. Hey, Bose Imaging Center, dedicated to bringing you the best in quality radiology imaging. The Bose family has been in healthcare for more than 4 generations. That's Bose Imaging Center, where quality and customer service is the standard. First and 10 Tigers. After the turnover, they'll start at their own 33-yard line. 6:27 to go, third quarter, 21-21 our score here. Canes came into this game heavy favorites by Pinko, so I don't know how much stock you put in that stuff, but
JoJo.
Here we go, under pressure, and the Canes are right there, and it's going to be Nathan Hyman with the sack.
That's the third of the night by Nathan Hyman. Great job. Pressure from kind of all over the place. Stewart made him go back inside. Nathan there cleaning up. Great job from the defensive front seven, really, of imposing their will here in the second half. And this is what we need. We can't let the quarterback sit there and dime you a little bit and then go for the big plays on the passing point.
Second down and 14 now for Martin County. Clock running, third quarter, 5:50 to go. Jackson Scott, the quarterback, takes a snapping handoff in the interior. The Hurricanes will meet him. He's going to get about a 2-yard pickup. Stacked up there by a host of Hurricanes, including Jannard Dunbar.
Yeah, good job. Now bringing third and 11. Third and 11, and now you kind of shrink their playbook a little bit. Not a whole lot of calls made for third and 11. I'd watch a draw, maybe a wide receiver screen, especially number 6.
In this situation, I look for them to maybe just try and toss it up for grabs out here to the big guy. That's where they've had luck all night long, and he's going to be thrown into the wind. So if it's going to die, it'll die. 3 receivers to his right. Jackson Scotty's going to fire a quick slant, underthrown, and Manatee defense does its job again.
And if he'd have caught it, he'd have been 2 yards short of the sticks anyways.
And that was Jannard Dunbar right in the quarterback's face as he tried to get rid of the football.
So great job from defense now. 2 series in a row, come out, do their job after the half of giving up 21 points, which to me is kind of unacceptable in what we've seen, and some big plays as a result of the 21 points. Great job by the defense, 2 out.
See if we can get some pressure on this punt right here to force him to get rid of it quicker. He does. He fires it off. It's going to be Iron Jackson, another fair catch, and he'll take it at the 36. 5 yards closer than we started the last drive.
Yeah, and, again, we seem to, and Kevin even asked Coach at the half, we seem to get a couple first downs, and then we stall offensively. And some of it's from just, I don't know. It's not play calling. It's just we're not completing.
Well, we're not executing.
We're not executing.
End of story. Play calls are. Listen, I'd never have an issue with play calls. Never. It's just execution, and everybody has to work together to make it happen. First down and 10. Handoff, Kyrie Jones straight up the middle. He's got running room across the midfield to the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown. Let's see. He's in. Touchdown, Kyrie Jones. That's going to be a 65-yard touchdown run. Kyrie Jones straight up the middle to pay dirt.
Hey, the big fella's got some wheels now on him. You know what I mean? But, hey, here's another thing. Great block, and I didn't catch the wide receiver who made the block here around the 40, 35-yard line of ours. But great block.
33.
Chris Perry. Great job. Great block by him because he was the only defender that really could have done anything. And he slowed him up just enough to let Kyrie go the distance.
Caleb Phillips on for the extra point. Low snap. Good job by Jace to get it set, and Caleb puts it through, and that'll put the Canes up 28-21 with 4:45 to go in the third quarter, and spectacular run by Kyrie Jones.
We've talked about our own defense, about Martin County having big plays to score, and there we flip the script a little bit on them and give them a little dose of their own medicine, and now we go on a big play and score, and how the momentum can just suck the energy right out of the sideline. Their fans are in it, their players are in it, and all of a sudden they're a little bit down because, hey, you just gave up a 65-yard run, and we've been experiencing that the whole game. So, it's nice to give them back a little bit of medicine, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the defense gets the 3 and out. We take over, and then it's a 65-yard run. One play scoring drive by Kyrie Jones, 65 yards to the end zone. All of our scoring recaps brought to you by Buccaneer Pond. Whether you're buying or selling, go to Buccaneer Pond.
That puts Kyrie Jones now with 13 runs on the night, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns, which is a beautiful night. Probably about 175, 180 yards total for the team in rushing. And all stats brought to you by CSNL CPAs. Whether you're doing taxing, some auditing, visit them at csnlcpa.com.
You say 2 touchdowns tonight. That's 12 on the year for Kyrie Jones.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And how many yards he got now?
130.
That'll be 4 straight over 100 yards.
Yep. So we've obviously seen the offensive line has definitely gelled. Something I know Gene Brown getting some rest at home after some surgery. Something he talked about a lot during the middle of the season and the beginning of the season.
Chris Snyder with a low line drive, Basils and chicken ribs kickoff. The returner's going to be across the 30 out to the 34-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will take over, and that's a very generous extra step they gave them. They'll put it at 35. Hey, the Florida High School Athletic Association recognizes corporate sponsors who help the FHSAA football championships possible. Team IP, the official merchandising company. Gatorade Thirst Quencher, Main Light Events, Ball 4, Spectrum Sports, Max Preps, GoFan, NFHS Network, and Wilson, the official ball of the 2020 FHSAA football championships. First and 10, Tigers at their own 35. Handoff inside. They're going to meet him in the backfield, and they back him up, and they're going to swallow him up in the backfield. It's going to be a 4-yard loss on the play.
Ponder doesn't make, Deion Lewis doesn't make the first play, but then you got 3 or 4 more red red helmets going to the ball, and that's exactly what you want to see for the defense. You want to see guys swarm into the football. First guy doesn't make the play, all of a sudden 3, 4, 5 guys come in.
3 or 4, yeah.
And that's what you want to see.
Ty Neville's all in the middle of that tackle right there, so it's going to set up a 2nd down and 14. They got to try and go up top here shortly. You know it's coming. Low snap is mishandled by Jackson Scott under pressure, and he's going to go down. It's going to be another sack by the Canes, and that's going to push the ball all the way back to the 23. Low snap.
As you start getting pressure on the quarterback, now all of a sudden the offensive line feels some pressure on themselves to block a little bit better. Now your center starts to feel like, okay, I got to do something a little more. He starts pressing, and now the snaps maybe get a little more errant, which is a good thing for us, of course.
3rd down and 22. Hey, listen, if this was the Gators, I'd be worried a little bit because, 3rd and Grantham isn't very good most of the time. So we're going to find out if the Canes can make it happen here. 3:15 to go, 3rd quarter, 28-21 Canes. Jackson Scott drops back under pressure again. They're after him. They're going to push him back. He stepped out of bounds. And, yes, they do. They mark it at the 21. Great pursuit by the Canes.
Good blitz there by Coach Wheeler there, calling Nathan Hyman on the blitz, and they just couldn't block enough up front to give Scott enough time to find anybody. That's now 3 and outs in a row by the defense.
And register another sack right there as well. Let's see if we can get a return right here and really electrify this stadium real quick.
We got to block the Gunners. The Gunners are the ones that's getting down there making our own call.
Good snap. Punter gets it away. Good pressure after that one right there. It's going to be a fair catch called for by Jaden Corbett. In great field position for the Canes. They'll start at their own 46-yard line here. Canes leading 28-21. 3 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Hey, some local scores here. Venice Indians up over Riverdale 47-0. Palmetto Tigers up 27-21 midway through the 3rd quarter against Fort Pierce Westwood. Southeast Seminoles up 27-13 over Bayside. Braden River surprising score here, 28-21 over Lake Gibson in the 3rd quarter. And St. Thomas has beaten Lehigh Lightning 50-14. So the winner here will face STA.
1st down, they hand off to Kyrie. Tripped over a little grass, jumped up and grabbed him by the ankle there.
Yeah, sometimes it's tough.
Got him there. Little gnome reached up and grabbed his foot, so he's going to lose 3 on the play. 2nd down, 13.
Or Rio Nomi.
Another handoff straight up the middle. Kyrie's going to find some running room, good positive yards. He's going to pick up what he lost and then some. It'll set up a 2nd down and let's call it 5. 3rd down and 5. Maybe 4.
Yeah, let's get a little thought 3rd and long 4, but I think this is, you get close to this may be 4 down territory, especially the defense going 3 and out.
Right now we're finding a great deal of success in the middle of the field.
Middle linebackers are really spread.
This time he's going to drop back. Jace fires in the middle and misses the intended receiver, Chris Perry.
Way behind Perry. Yeah, way behind Perry on that one. Perry was open on the dig route there, about 7-yard dig route. He was wide open and just threw behind him.
We're going to send a punt unit out. I mean, after great field position, and we trip and fall on the first one, hey, those things happen, and we just flat miss the receiver. And I don't even know that was really the guy they wanted to go. They had a wheel route going with the tight end on the outside wide open.
Which is something I saw in practice a lot with the tight end with the wheel route, and we hit it in practice. And, game time's a little bit different.
Chris Snyder on to punt, stands at the Canes 38. Good snap, gets the punt away, got the wind behind him. This is going to soar to the end zone, unfortunately. Well into the end zone. That'll be a touchback, and Martin County will take over at their own 20-yard line. 1:48 to go, 3rd quarter. Manatee leads 28-21.
Here's the positive thinking, though. This is going to be their worst field position in the half yet so far, and we've forced them 3 and out 3 times in a row. So, hopefully we do it again now and even have some negative yards on it. We may get inside the 50.
If I had to guess, if there's ever a time that you're going to try and go deep, now's the time you do it on 1st down.
You have to go back to Amarion Brown, their go-to.
They've split him way out here against Ione which forces our safety to the middle part of the field.
Do they have enough time to throw it? That's going to be the question.
He's flagging. He wants it. He put his hand up for it. Jackson Scott takes it. He's going to throw the quick slant, and it's going to be caught and down a 5-yard pickup on the play.
But their best versus our best, and I know Iron wants some plays back. There's no question, and I'll take it.
I like the idea that you're just coming up and putting press coverage. You know, if you force him to the inside, so be it. I don't like being off the guy because he's very elusive. He's got a good first step. 2nd down and 5. They will hand off. Manatee's defense is all over it outside. It's going to be a loss on the play. Generous spot that is going to get it close to the line of scrimmage. He was down behind it, actually.
Great job by Ty Nevels getting off the block and making the play there, keeping his outside shoulder there free to be able to make the play on the running back. And now you bring him a 3rd and 5 again. Now if I'm Iron and you're looking at Mari Brown, who's their main guy, now you may want to have a little inside leverage on him so he doesn't do the inside
force
slant.
him to the outside.
You know,
Absolutely.
now to get the 5-yard first down.
3rd down and 5. Jackson Scott takes a snap, drops back, looks to his right under pressure. Now he's going to fire it. It's going to be short. Underthrows his receiver who was open in the middle. He delivers it right. It's a caught ball, and that's going to force another punting situation.
4 3-and-outs now from the defense. Fantastic job coming out in the second half, doing what they're supposed to do.
Hey, just give me one line drive punt right here.
Right, let our guys return it. Both these guys are special, Iron and Corbett back here to defend it. But great job. You know, Scott's not comfortable in the pocket because he hasn't been all half. And now all of a sudden he's scrambling, having to make throws running, which is not what he's normally doing.
Good snap. He's going to get the punt away. Another high
Get away from
punt. Fair catch called for and taken, and that ball doesn't get across midfield. The Canes will start at the Tigers' 49-yard line. 1st and 10, 30 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. And Kevin, we've seen a little bit of a momentum shift, and right now is a chance to really kind of put the gap big time.
Absolutely. If we could get down the field here and get some points out of this, I think the momentum would officially be shifted our way. And they started an implosion at one point, but offensively we had trouble getting things going, and maybe it's given a little bit of hope. But come down here and score, I think we'll start to put nails in the coffin.
Hand off to Dunbar. He's trying to get to the outside. He's going to be swallowed up in a loss on the play. Loss of 1. That should be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Can't imagine they'll snap again as we're under 15 seconds to go.
Here's a great stat that'll really tell you we only had 28 points. This is our 10th drive of the game, and we've only got 4 scores.
That's
so that tells you offensively how we've struggled with some turnovers and stalling on our drives.
Well, that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Manatee leads 28-21. We'll take a quick timeout, come back with 4th quarter action. You're watching Manatee Hurricane football presented by Conley Buick GMC. All right, here we go. 4th quarter action about to get underway. Canes lead 28-21 over the Tigers. Been a game of momentum so far. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Kyrie Jones behind Jace Brzezowski. Bad snap. Brzezowski scoops it up under pressure, and it's going to be a huge loss on the play.
It's just, unfortunately, one thing after another. And that wasn't a bad snap, just kind of right through Jace's hands. It looked like maybe he was trying to hand off a little bit before. Yeah,
it just came back quick. And Canes will be working into the wind here primarily. It's kind of coming out of the northeast. Brzezowski takes a draw play. Kyrie Jones, he's going to be across midfield, still on his feet to the 45, to the 40. He's going to be very close. He's going to be just shy.
They gave it to him.
They did
42.
get it. 42-yard line.
38, I'm sorry. 38.
38, that's enough for the first down.
Wowzers.
Huge play on the draw play there.
Chad, you're an offensive lineman. You have to appreciate a hole like that, buddy.
Oh, yeah, no question. What a great draw play right there. They weren't expecting that. I wasn't expecting a draw.
I wasn't either.
I thought we'd kind of go for it in the air, but great call there by Coach Green and great execution by the offensive line and by Kyrie Jones. The stiff arm really is what pushed him out the rest of the 10 yards.
Dylan McKee will come back in here. They'll go big. He'll be in the H-back spot. Kyrie Jones will take the run straight up the middle. He's going to pick up great yardage, about 6 on the play, set up a 2nd and 4. Move ball all the way down to the 32. They got to get to the 28 for a first down. McKee will go out.
180 yards now so far for Kyrie Jones.
Kyrie Jones will check out as well. Roy Burchett will come in. He'll go heavy on the right. This time they'll pitch it out to Roy.
Ooh.
See if Roy can find some running room. He'll step inside. He does. He's going to have enough for the first down. And, well, all you got to do is have a blink of an eye, and Roy picks up the 4 yards plus 3, so a 7-yard pickup, and they'll move the ball all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, all of us said,
Once
Roy,
he gets out
on
there.
the edge, he's got some scoots on him. There's no question, world-class sprinter, and but good job cutting up and just get what you can for the first down. Smart.
First down and 10. This time Roy will bounce it back to the right. He's going to be across the 20 to the 15, down around the 10-yard line. They'll corral him inside the 10 to the 8, and the Canes will set up first and goal at the 8-yard line. They'll put it at the 8, about a 15-yard pickup, and the Canes are in the Crowder Brothers Ace Hardware red zone.
Nice run there. Good cut there by Roy, seeing what was open on the outside.
Roy does his job. Yeah, he does his job, checks out. Now they're going to get a timeout on the field. It'll be the Tigers will take a timeout. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout as well. You're watching Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
At Carl Reynolds Law, we're doing our part to slow the spread of coronavirus through contact-free legal services. Our consultations, as always, are free, but they can be done via video using Zoom, Skype, or FaceTime. Also, all necessary legal documents can be signed using DocuSign in the comfort and safety of your own home. Remember, we're all in this together. Stay healthy and safe out there. Call us or visit us online at injuriesarepersonal.com. Carl Reynolds Law, when it comes to injuries, it's always personal.
Here we go. First and goal. Hurricanes 10:02 to go in our ball game. Canes lead 28-21. Kyrie Jones will be in the backfield offset to the right of quarterback Jace Brzezowski. Hand off to Kyrie, straight up the middle. He'll walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Kyrie Jones, and the Canes extend the lead 34-21.
Great job there by Kyrie Jones. Really, that whole drive was all run. We had obviously the bad snap there that may have been run past, who knows. But great job by Kyrie Jones capping that thing off, and Roy Burchett with some runs there as well. And really just showing, our physicalness and how we can really put it to somebody we really want to and have straight run throughout a series.
Caleb Phillips on to do the point after. McCracken with a snap. The hold is there, the kick is up, and the kick is good, and that'll extend the lead to 35-21, 9:58 to go in our ball game. And an opportunity now, another stop, and you can really kind of put this game away.
Absolutely, yeah. And then that play right there, that drive there, I said it earlier, 10th drive for 49 yards, 7 total plays, ended up with the 8-yard touchdown, obviously, by Kyrie Jones. All, scoring recaps brought to you by Buccaneer Pond, whether you're buying or selling 2 locations, Sarasota or Bradenton. But, no, like you said, listen, this is a good point here in the game where momentum has definitely shifted towards our end. The defense can come out here and hopefully, their 5th straight 3-and-out would be in the second half would be phenomenal. And now the offense gets a chance to come back and really put this thing maybe out of reach.
I agree with you right here. And Kyrie has got to be, how close is he to 200?
Some stats. Yeah, 18 rushes. 188 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Wow.
So he's 12 yards, obviously, from a 200-yard night. Overall, we've run for about 250, 260 yards as a team when you count in Jabari Dunbar and Burchett's runs as well. So great job just being physical and ground and pounding it. In a night where Jace really hasn't been all in sync throwing the ball.
Chris Snyder kicking off. Basil's chicken and ribs kickoff will be taken at the 7. They fake the reverse.
Nope.
Canes have people there, and he'll slip and fall. And I want to just revert back quickly to what Kyrie has done offensively, running the football. Hey, let's take our hat off that offensive line. Cameron McLeod, Frankie Robinson, Quentin Rome, Derek Maurice, Charles Armstrong, and Dylan McKee in the H-back has helped out tremendously
100%.
in what they've done to run the football.
Yeah, no question. And Kyrie's going to say that. Coach is going to say that. It starts up front. You win and lose games on all levels by what's up front, O-line and D-line. And what a great job of the offensive line, really just securing blocks, making creases for Kyrie, and what a night for him.
Here we go. The Tigers quarterback Jackson Scott's going to roll right. He's going to throw it. He's got his receiver. He's caught, and he's going to be tackled around the 35-yard line. He's got enough for a first down, a pickup of 11.
Yeah, and so now all of a sudden, Martin kind of saying, look,
They
can't
gotta
sit
throw.
in the pocket. We got to get him out of the pocket. So good call by them getting him out of the pocket, and we're still getting some guys in his face, though. But they're going to have to throw. There's no question to get back in the game.
Trips left on this one. Jackson Scott, now he's going to look to go deep. He's got his receiver out there. Iron Jackson with him, and Iron had great coverage, somehow the receiver manages to pull it.
That's an unbelievable play. I mean, honestly, Iron had great coverage, puts his hand in between the receiver's two hands, and Amarian Brown just comes down with it.
Can't say enough about that receiver. He's phenomenal.
That's just a great play.
Yes.
Nothing Iron can do right there. Honestly, I know Iron's gotten burnt a couple times. That one, he's in position.
Great position on that
Great
one. Just
play
a
by
great
Brown.
job by the receiver of hauling that ball in, and kind of a 50-50 ball, really. So first down, and Manatee's going to have too many guys on the field all of a sudden.
They tried to substitute Iron out on the far end, and after already getting beat, that's hard to do. And to be honest with you, you substitute Iron out, and he's our guy. Look, we're
waving the flag off, so Manatee is taking a timeout. Yes.
I just don't know if you substitute him out. That's a great play.
Well, I understand why they're trying to do it. They're trying to put size against size right now. So they put Jaden Corbett over here to match up size-wise with him, and I get it. I don't know that it's going to make a whole lot of difference. I mean, Iron had tremendous coverage, and you just got to tip your hat to the receiver who made the play over the top of him. He had his hand right in there. Just strong hands. He just pulled it away. There's nothing wrong with the coverage whatsoever.
No, he was there.
Yes.
Yeah, and before they went out, I'm standing down here by Tracy Sanders, the defensive backs coach, and he essentially told those kids, the defensive secondary, before they went out there, we're past all the way at this point. They need to go to the air here to beat us and forget about the run and keep everybody in front of you, and it's essentially what they did. And Tracy wasn't really upset with Iron right here. He just trying to get the matchup that he wanted on the far side.
Right. Here we go. They'll go trips to the left here. First and 10 at the Manatee 14 is the Tigers. This time, Scott will take it. He's going to throw it out in the flat. It's going to be almost intercepted. The Canes had coverage over there the entire way. Closest guy to it, Daniel Dunbar. That ball was just kind of thrown up for grabs. He was under pressure, too, as the front four continues to get good pressure against the quarterback.
My only concern with taking a guy out like Iron is he's proven game in and game out that he's our guy. Special teams, defensively, sometimes on offense.
He's moved around a lot defensively. I mean, last couple of weeks he's been playing safety. So
you don't take him out. You take someone else out possibly. I understand the matchup.
Scott fires across the middle. It's going to be intercepted at the goal line. This ball by Markel Jackson. He's across the 30. He's going to be out across the 40 to the 42-yard line.
Great
and
job.
A 43 actually is where they're going to set it. A 43-yard interception return by Markel Jackson.
Great job by Markel Jackson. Being the free safety over there in the middle, seeing the quarterback's eyes, kind of put over there in the middle there, and great job by Markel taking it. And when Markel, listen, he was offensive guy before he moved the defense, so he knows what to do with the ball in his hands. And great job by Markel Glad to have him back from his ankle injury.
Chalk that up as one of our best plays of the night. All of our best plays brought to you by Manatee Memorial Hospital Emergency Services. Manatee Memorial has you covered 24/7. Canes will take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line. Kyrie Jones looking to get over the 200-yard mark here. 9:04 to go in our game. Canes lead 35-21. Again, the Canes were trailing by 7 at the half, and
5 in a row, non-point scored by the Martin County Tigers here, and getting the ball back to the offense. Great job. And again, we talked about it a minute ago. If we can score here, now you may put this game out of reach.
Yeah, it's 21 unanswered points by the Canes so far. Let's see if they can make it 28 here with this drive. Moving the ball around. There's this ball in, this ball out. Now we got the official game ball in for the Hurricanes. 1st and 10. Hand off to Kyrie Jones up the middle, and he powers himself forward for 4. Set up a 2nd down and 6. Canes go in here and cap this one off, and you can say, hey, we'll be home next week against St. Thomas Aquinas, but let's not put the cart in front of the horse quite yet. Finish line is in sight. 8.5 to go in our ball game. Kyrie Jones offset to the right. Quarterback Jace Brzezowski.
I like here being control of the clock. Being mindful of let's drain some clock down. And
we got 30 to go on that play clock. Just let the thing wind all the way down. There's no rush now. Use every bit of clock you got.
Well, the play clock is off, actually.
Here's a handoff. Kyrie Jones straight up the middle again. He'll pick up a couple more yards. He'll put the ball right at midfield.
So for some reason the play clock is off, and the white hat alerted Jace to that. That's why we went ahead and snapped it.
Now it's set. Now we're going 40.
3rd down and 3. How many we need more for Kyrie here?
4 yards.
4 more yards.
4 yards and 200.
Seven and a half to go in the ball game. Hand off to Kyrie. Bounces. He's going to have enough for the 1st down and more, and he'll eclipse the 200-yard mark with that carry right there, a pickup of 7. And Kyrie Jones eclipses 200 yards rushing tonight, and, hey, he doesn't do it alone without that offensive line.
21, no, absolutely not. 21 carries for 203 yards, averaging about 10.1 yards per carry, which is a pretty special night for Kyrie. But, no, like you said, he doesn't do it without the 5 guys up front, 6 guys if you include McKee at the hip, and also Keenan right now.
Kyrie is out. Roy Burchett in. This time, Roy misses the handoff. The ball's loose. And
I don't think we picked that up. I think they ended up with it.
And it's a fumble. And the turnover by the Canes, and the Tigers will take over. 3 turnovers by the Canes. 35-21, 6:51 to go. And this thing's far from over.
Fourth turnover of the night, excuse me.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the reason why it's far from over. They've scored on big plays. It could be one play here, 10 seconds off the clock, and they score. So the defense has got to be ready to rock and roll here and defend. And, unfortunately, the offense, again, a couple 1st downs there, and now we stall and turn over.
Well, here we go. Now they run the mismatch. So you want Corbett on the big guy, and Corbett's on the outside guy. Their big guy's in the slot.
Move Brown to the slot.
Yep.
Watch him running some maybe skinny post up the middle.
Here we go.
Outside.
He's going to drop back. Jackson and Scott is under pressure. He's going to slide down short. He's going to be a loss of 1 on the play. 2nd and 11 coming with close to 6.5 to go in our ball game. Manatee up 35-21. This time they will stack the receivers to the right. Here's a snap. Scott under pressure again. Now he's going to take off and run. He's got some running room. He's got enough for the 1st down. Knocked out of bounds after he passes the sticks, and that'll be a 1st and 10 all the way down to the Hurricane 44-yard line.
Yeah, just scrambling and nothing there, really open downfield, and he's just going to scramble and run for a gain of 12. And, you know, it's tough for the secondary, for the second level linebackers to get in their pass lanes, and now all of a sudden regroup, try to get there and tackle the quarterback.
Take a water break on the field. We'll take a timeout as well. Canes lead 35-21, 6:15 to go in our ball game. You're watching Manatee Hurricane football presented by Conley Buick GMC.
Before the warning flags are launched, before the winds of change arrive, you must plan and prepare for what lies ahead. Your business and personal finances call for a trusted team to help you achieve your goals with numbers you can count on. Serving this region since 1954, CS&L CPAs provides accounting, tax, audit, and consulting services. Our mission is to understand your unique needs and create exceptional solutions. CS&L CPAs is a proud supporter of Manatee High School. Visit us online to find out more.
He's scored 7 of these points.
6:15 to go in our ball game. Manatee lead 35-21. First and 10, Tigers at the Manatee 44-yard line. Jackson Scott, the quarterback. 2 receivers to his right, stacked. He'll drop back. He's going to throw it out into the flat. They're looking for a double pass again. This time it doesn't work out. Good pursuit by the Canes. Ty Nevels and Jaden Corbett on the stop.
Yeah, good job there. Just trying to get guys in space. And again, our guys just get up there and a little bit quicker than what they anticipated.
I think they were looking to do the double pass, but that ball was thrown forward anyway.
Yeah. It looked like they almost do it to Marlon Brown there, or Marion Brown, excuse me.
This time they'll go 3 receivers to the left. Jaden Corbett will be one-on-one with the Tigers' best receiver. This time they'll hand off the interior. Samu Vave makes the initial contact. He's going to be finished up by Jannard Dunbar, who is the leading tackler for the Hurricanes. Might have been surpassed tonight by Nathan Hyman, who'd been it all year long and missed a couple of games as well, and still up there at the top of tackles.
Yeah, what a game to come back to. He's played an absolutely
He's played
stellar
tremendous
game
tonight. 3rd down and long. 3rd and 11. Bring Brown in motion. This time Scott, and we've got a flag. It's going to be movement finally for the first time. They'll back him up 5, set up a 3rd and 16 with 5:02 to go in the football game.
Carl said the whole O-line moved, so.
Hey, everybody moved but us.
Yeah, surprisingly.
It's hard to get you and I to move anywhere.
It's true. 3rd and long, though, here. Obviously, you're going to expect a pass, and if it's me, I'm looking at 6 all day long.
Clock is winding, under 5 minutes to go. Jackson Scott drops back, looks to his left. The ball's knocked down up front. Big number 66. Yeah.
We get your paw up there. Can't get to the quarterback, get your paws up. See if you can knock the ball in the air.
McLeod gets his hand up, knocks the ball down, and they're going to have to go for it here. This is do or die, so Canes make a stop here. They can pick up a couple first downs and run this clock out. But before that happens, it's going to be a 4th down and 16 here for the Martin County Tigers.
Yeah, we're dropping 2 deep safeties now, making sure we don't get anything deep on us.
See if we can get some pressure up front. See, here comes Nathan Hyman trying to put the pressure as well. They're going to fire it down the middle, and it's going to be caught, and the ball's loose. I don't think he held on to it. No, he did not. Great hit to knock the ball loose. Markel Jackson, and that will turn the ball over on downs back to the Canes right around midfield.
Yeah, you almost like to see him maybe get there a little bit earlier. Thought maybe it was really there. He was really watching Marion Brown from the jump on that post route. And you almost like to see him get there a little bit earlier. But great job being physical and running through the guy, getting your hands involved in the wide receiver's hands and knocking that ball out.
All right, let's see if we can just get Kyrie Jones to put the cap on this football game tonight. 1st down and 10, Canes right at midfield, 50 yards away from the end zone, but 4:46 away from moving on to the next round in this FHSAA playoffs. Hand off to Kyrie straight up the middle, and Kyrie battles across. He's going to pick up 5. Strong 5 yards off the right side behind Derek Maurice and Charles Armstrong.
Yeah, my assumption we're going to see a heavy dose of Kyrie Jones.
Go.
Yeah, give it to the big man. Let him eat. 208 yards right now. Let him go.
Manatee making changes offensively of guys coming on and off. We're approaching 4 minutes to go in our ball game. Again, Canes lead 35-21. Handoff Kyrie Jones up the middle. He's got enough room. He's got enough for a first down, and Moore will get 10 on that carry. And the big man just keeps plowing forward. Under 4 minutes to go in the game. Clock stopped briefly while they set the chains.
Yeah, but that's the biggest thing. Let the clock keep running, man. Let the clock keep running.
I don't think there's, aside from turning the football over right here, there's nothing Martin County can do to stop this.
No, absolutely not.
And right now, that offensive line.
They haven't stopped the run game all night, and I don't see it happening now. So
Yeah.
as long as we don't self-implode, shoot ourselves in the foot, we should have this game in hand.
Kyrie, just protect the ball, buddy. You might find the end zone again. Here we go. Handoff Kyrie Jones. He's hit immediately. He's going to get no gain on the play, but hey, that's just clock running. Martin County down to 2 timeouts left and haven't burned one yet. I would imagine after this play, they'll probably use one of the last
I'd
two.
imagine, yeah, and you can't take it with you, obviously, and this is it for you if you don't. So I'd imagine, yeah, you just stop them here, especially if they stop us here in a short gain. I'm calling timeout for sure in a third and long situation where we may have to throw the ball, and maybe this clock stops if we get an incomplete pass. But if I'm the Hurricanes,
Question is, have you lulled them asleep enough to go out here to Jaden Corbett? Offsides easily.
We didn't even have to do a cadence.
No, didn't have to do anything. 5-yard offside penalty against the Tigers.
It looked like they were bringing the house there. And again, they're doing that because they're anticipating a run.
Well, that's an easy run off of the clock as well.
Absolutely. Take another 25.
Yep. Clock will wind at 2:40 to go in the ball game. Just let that thing wind all the way down. 15 to go on the play clock. This will get the ball down inside 2:20 before we snap the football. Two to go. There's the snap. Hand off to Kyrie Jones. Steps over the first defender.
Wow, that defender was back there before the snap.
That was amazing. He got back there that quick, and no timeout again by the Tigers. And I think they've pretty much conceded this. They're looking for a turnover.
Yeah, how he was not offsides, I'll never know that.
I know it's under 2 minutes to go, but I'm telling you right now, if there's ever an opportunity, you want to throw the football, you got a 2-score lead. Now you go to the top side over here with Jaden Corbett and just let it eat. It's a mismatch. Now they're going to flip sides. Nope. Here we go. We're going to go 2 receivers to the right. Seem a little bit confused. Under 10 seconds on the play clock. 1:30 to go in the football game. Give it to Kyrie one more time. And they do. He'll go straight up the middle and bounce out to the right. Fight forward. He's going to be very close to the first down.
Good cut to get back upfield instead of going outside there. Great cut. And he's right at the stick.
They're going to stop the clock. And we're going to have a timeout by the Tigers. We'll keep things right here. 1:18 to go in the ball game. Manatee up 35-21. And they look almost assured to move on to the next round. And next week they will host St. Thomas Aquinas right here. And man, it's been a long time since we've seen the Raiders roll across the state to come into this place.
It has been a long time. And, I mean, we played them back in 2012, last time we played them, and lost down there. You know, they're obviously a national perennial power. There's no question about that.
No doubt.
This year's obviously a little funky. They're only played 5 games because of the COVID situation. Really haven't left their own little area there, you know, with who they've played.
I don't care if they've only played 1 game.
And they're still good. They still got a lot of Division I athletes. But you know what? It's a long ride over here, and I think we'll be a little hungry next week because we didn't play up to our potential tonight with the turnovers, and we know we can play better.
So the Canes will go for it. 1:18 to go. 4th and 1. Handoff to Kyrie Jones. Bounces it out. Got enough for the first down to get it all the way down to the 20-yard line. He'll put it again in the Crowder Brothers Ace Hardware red zone. And, hey, we'll take one knee and this ball game is over, gentlemen. And the Canes will advance to the regional semifinal next week, Thanksgiving week, by the way. Hey, looking forward to a week off, and it changes things. You're off all week long, but we'll talk about that after we get this thing to a close real quick.
Tonight, obviously, 4 turnovers, not what you want to see from the offense, but I talked to Coach Shakir, in the week, listen, a win is a win at this point in the season. It doesn't matter how you win as long as you win, because it's you win or go home. And although we obviously didn't, really execute, 4 turnovers, 2 of them going in to score. This game could have been much, much different score-wise. And I think, that leaves us wanting more, offensively especially. It leaves us, what we could have done and what we should have done. And that's what's really exciting about next week.
And that'll be the final snap of tonight's game. The Hurricanes will be victorious tonight, 35-21 over Martin County Tigers. They will move on to host St. Thomas Aquinas Raiders next week. We're going to take a quick 60-second timeout. We come back, we'll try and catch up with head coach Yusuf Shakir, and we'll talk a little bit about next week's game and what to expect. You're watching Manatee Hurricane Football presented by Conley Buick GMC. Welcome, everyone, back to Joe Canaan Field Hawkins Stadium. The final score tonight, 35-21. Manatee Hurricanes victorious. They will move on to face St. Thomas Aquinas next week. And I can't say enough about the offensive line and what they did. And what a tale of two halves. I mean, the first half of football, Hurricanes trail at the half. Not the first time we've been behind at the half, but hey.
No.
21-0 second half. He shut them out. Defense came up, played absolutely spectacular, and I think we got Coach Shakir down on the sidelines. And Coach, hey, congratulations, Coach.
Thank you. Yeah, it's always great to get a win.
Yeah, it is. I know we talked about it briefly, and I know myself, Chad, and we've talked with you many a time. It's not about winning pretty or win. You can win ugly sometimes. Hey, trail it at the half, but hey, your defense. 21-0 second half. What a turnaround of what the first half was.
Yeah, we just decided to do what we were supposed to do. That's it, and we still turn the ball over in the second half. We can't do that. We can't give people gifts. We eliminate that. We play a great second half. We eliminate the 2 turnovers.
Coach, sorry, Danny. Coach, I'll say, Kyrie ends up the night with like 22, 25 carries, something like that, for about 225 yards. Talk about the offensive line play. Obviously it doesn't happen without those big 5 guys up front, causing him. How we've really come into our own the past 4 or 5 weeks offensively.
Yeah, those guys really have started to gel and work together.
Coach, it's going to be an interesting week next week. You got St. Thomas Aquinas coming in here, a powerhouse. We all know, everybody knows everything about St. Thomas. You'll regroup tomorrow with your coaches and your players, and you'll start to game plan a little bit. But, hey, that aside, hey, congratulations getting this far anyways. And I think we got a great shot of winning next week. If we play what we do, eliminate the mistakes, anything can happen.
Oh, definitely. I'd rather have a great game next week.
I'd really put it all together, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I agree with you. And, look back on defensively. Hey, ultimately, when you look back at what Martin County did against us, we did it to ourselves a couple of things, but they had 3 huge plays that really, kind of turned a football game for them.
Big plays, but that's what you get in the playoffs. You get them big-time difference makers. That number 6 the real deal now. I've been telling the kids all week, he got offers from everybody. So, he came out and played like it. So.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well, listen, go enjoy the win with your coaches and your players, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week. We're here back home again against St. Thomas Aquinas.
All right, as we all say, go Canes, go.
Go Canes, go, baby.
Go Canes, go. Hey, Chad, I don't know. I know he didn't really elaborate a whole lot on it with us, but that offensive line did a tremendous job tonight.
Oh, no question. And there's that we really, you could tell in the second half, especially with Jace off a little bit in the first half, we were going to try to just impose our will running the ball, and we did. I mean, Kyrie running for 225. We probably eclipsed 300-yard mark as a team 2 games in a row. Now we've done that, and that's our identity. And I think that going into next week, most of the time you run the ball well, you're going to play well, and that's something we got to continue to do even next week as we move into it to a great opponent, obviously in St. Thomas Aquinas.
Yeah, it's hard to get all facets of the game to work together, running, passing, special teams. The passing game, Kevin, wasn't the greatest tonight, but the running game is what put us over the top.
Absolutely. We won tonight. We won in the trenches. And, as a coach, we always find things that we wish we could improve upon and that we wish we could do better. Tonight it was the pass game, probably the pass defense as well. But up front, the guys won the ball game for us. And bottom line is, it's a beautiful night. We won a playoff game, and St. Thomas Aquinas is coming to town next week, baby.
Yes, it is, and I look forward to seeing that game. The last time I saw them on this field was 2009, and hey, I don't want to dwell on that a whole lot. That was a special year and a lot of good things happened to us. We win that game. We vaulted ourselves into the state championship situation. This is not the same. We're not getting ready for the state championship. It's not a semifinal game, but it is a huge game. And unfortunately for our players, they don't get to experience on Thanksgiving weekend the thousands of people that probably would be in the stadium.
Yeah, unfortunately with COVID, you wish that, hey, let's open this thing up and let's get as many people in here as possible, because I think a lot of people around the county and around the area, I think there'd be people traveling from outside of Manatee County to come see the game next week because St. Thomas is nationally known and they're perennial power, and I think a lot of people would come to it. But unfortunately with COVID, we may be restricted. I don't know. Maybe the county says, hey, let's open it up and get as many people in here as possible. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, you're awfully optimistic.
Well, I will say this: it is not the same St. Thomas team that we expect them to be good, but they're not at the elite level they were in the past. And if our kids can put a complete game together, we have some guys who can play football out here. We have some studs, and if we can put a complete game together, like we did against Venice, for instance, that's a pretty darn good football team we played here against Venice, and we potentially could have really blown them out. But if we can put a complete game together, I think our guys can stand toe-to-toe with Aquinas at our place, and we could probably make a special night out of it.
I will say this much. There's the interesting part about the high school playoff system, and when it gets going, anybody can win on any given night. It just takes one bad game, and things can flip. One bad play flips a football game. Anything can happen in the playoffs.
And I'll tell you what, look what Manatee County tonight is doing. Just a quick scoring recast. Fourth quarter, 33-27 Southeast over Bayside right now. Don't know how much time is left in that, but that's a touchdown lead. Fortunately, Braden Rivers down 42-49 against Lake Gibson. Palmetto has won against Fort Pierce Westwood 30-21. So we could have 3 Manatee County teams in the third round, theoretically third round of the playoffs coming next week, and that's huge for the county.
Yeah, sadly enough, if Braden River finds a way to come back and win that game, it's Braden River Southeast. So
right.
You talk about just county-wide, there's all kinds of great games. But that's just good football teams. And, again, I can't say enough, the playoffs are just different. It's like watching the NCAA basketball tournament. Anybody can win.
Yep, I agree with you. I'm excited about next week. Excited about letting the guys be able to practice during Thanksgiving week and, Thanksgiving breakfast, a little morning. It's going to be a beautiful week.
Kevin, final thoughts?
Yeah, I have nothing but positivity. We're going into Thanksgiving weekend with a high school football game, and St. Thomas coming to our house. If you like high school football and you don't like that, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming to see a game here. It's been actually 6 years. 2014 was the last time we played on Thanksgiving weekend, so I'm looking forward to it as well. Until next week, we'll be back here at 7 o'clock for a 7:30 kickoff, Manatee against St. Thomas Aquinas. For everybody involved in tonight's program, Todd Solito, Kevin Van Osterbridge, Chad Choate, and myself, Danny Carter. Hey, and get well soon. Gene Brown will see you next week. For everybody involved with it tonight, so long.